All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right, they're doing the national anthem right now. Just I always keep it muted for this because I don't know if they try to pull some music claim on it. Because they're usually like recording artists, so it's kind of tricky to, you know. Opening kickoff coming up next. Now it's a commercial break, so. All right. Pop that. Get this open. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. What's up, AB? What's up, Preston? How you guys doing? Hopefully quite well. Hopefully everyone's having a good morning so far. I got to put in my... Good. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just waiting for this game to get going, really. Wonder if I... Hey, there we go. That makes it so I can actually see the whole thing for once. That works perfect. All right. And then just close that and boom. And still commercials and shit. So who do you guys got? I would imagine a lot of people have the Lions. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Kevin. How you doing? Lions by 3, hopefully. I just wonder what kind of pacing this game's about to have. If it's going to be very bad, if it's going to be good, if it's... You know, who knows? What is it?
Fox Nation has so many Christmas movies.
Just kind of just messing with the audio real quick. Sheesh. Max is streaming too. What's up, Jacob? Yeah, hopefully Lions get a win. Oh, Max is doing the full clickbait effort, though. He's got, like, full game, pretending like there's actually going to be a game and not him just sitting there talking about it. Clickbaiters, man. What are you going to do? They're just going to leave. They're just going to press dislike and leave this. Like, they're not going to be happy with that. Mine's a very obvious, like... What up, Spider? Oh, what do we got?
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation.
There we go. Game's coming on. I'm good. Got the bird cooking. Got to go baste it in like 20 minutes.
Welcome back on this Thanksgiving to Detroit. Spanish language broadcast available today on Fox Deportes. Detroit won the toss. They deferred. Chicago gets the ball to start
okay, that's good.
Chicago
gets the ball to start her off. Yeah, it's basically that, Mike. Oh, they took it away, yeah. But, I mean, it's still an option. You can press it. You just don't see the results. There's no... It's not really like a thing too much. And it's going to be returned out of the end zone. Let's see what happens. Yeah, about the 20. Happy Thanksgiving, man. All right. 1st and 10 at the 20. Here come the Bears. Is the audio good for everybody, by the way? I can turn it up. I can turn it down a little bit. Let me do something really quick.
He's still a starter in this league. He's on a one-year deal. This is an important start for Andy Dalton.
Your friends at the game? Well, that's cool. It's always good.
Came in off the bench, as you said. They were down 6-0 midway through the third quarter, and he gave them a
Pick the Bears. 3-yard pickup. Oh, Damian Bird. We remember him in New England. What up, Kenny?
Andy Dalton came in that game and gave them a chance. They scored late, and then only to have the defense in consecutive weeks.
Yeah, I don't think that's an issue. Especially if your team has if your state's got multiple teams. I don't really see the issue at all. Just the slightest. All right. Does that work? Ah, that was a big run for a first down. Yeah, I thought he went. Yeah, same here. I didn't think he went to the Bears. First down, though, on the run. That's good. All right.
First overall, have a rookie starting at right tackle in Larry Borum, 5th-round pick from Mizzou, and there are the backs and receivers. Pretty good young pass catching tight end in Cole Kmet.
Make sure you all leave a like or something to get some more people up in here, maybe. Happy Thanksgiving, Kenny. You having a good day so far? All right, 1st and 10 here. They're going to go with another handoff, and that's not much. 2nd and 9 rather coming up.
And now this defense, which has been taking the ball away the last couple of games, they've suffered some injuries. They're without Deshaun Hand, who's been put on IR. Trey Flowers on IR. They run a 3-4.
Yeah, Lions are on some. You plan on making Thanksgiving dinner? Yeah, I have turkey cooking.
With a free safety, 4th-year pro Tracy Walker.
I actually have to check on it in about 15 minutes and dump some butter over it. Gonna go with play action. Throws to Kmet. Tipped and almost intercepted by the Lions. And that'll bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and 8, I guess. It was actually 2nd and 8, I guess. He got 2 yards. A generous spot. Yeah, good tip by Anzalone there. What's up, Cruz? Happy Thanksgiving. So now the Bears have to try to do something here, or they'll be forced to punt it away after what looked like a promising start to the drive, but some gravy. Yeah, I have the turkey gravy, but you got to wait till the turkey's done, so you can use the excess juices and shit. With the mix they give you. Hey, there we go, Detroit. Good defense. Your Wi-Fi's acting up. What up, Space? Yeah, watch when you can, man. Good job by the Lions there to force that out. Good job. That was completely by the defense. That was forced incomplete. Otherwise, he'd have had it. So good job by the corner there. Yeah, I got Mooney as well, so I'm a little upset that just happened. But I'm also kind of – I think I might have took him out, actually. No, dude, that Lions D-back pushed his arm right through that. That was a great play. Go down. He gets it out to about the 30-31. They'll probably give him – I don't know where they're going to spot him, but – Goff's starting. Uh-oh. Here he comes. Jared Goff is back for the Lions. It's going to be a commercial break really quick, but it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 31. 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 31. Let's see what Detroit can do with it. 12:42 remains in the quarter. I wouldn't consider either team winning this game as an upset, but I see the Lions winning personally. You need Swift to have a bad day. Oh, that's asking quite a bit, but it is a commercial break, so I mute the audio. There's no fun in listening to commercials and shit. And most of them are just going to be silly-ass Black Friday commercials. Look, we have stuff now. What's up, Charles? Happy Thanksgiving. You know the one thing I'm quite interested in getting my hands on, though? An electric bike. Them boys be going fast now. You see most of them can get up to 40 miles an hour. And they can get up to 30 seconds in about 30 miles an hour in about 5 seconds now. And these aren't even the elite upper ends. These are just normal ass fucking electric bikes. You know, the ones with the pedal that have a little motor on them that fly after a while. Yeah, it's dangerous speeds. You'd have to wear a helmet on that shit. Macy Day Parade in New York. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good thing that no one's going to drive their fucking car through it. But, hey, well, hopefully anyway. That would be I don't think anyone's got the balls. Yeah, like I live close enough to everything where an e-bike would change my life fundamentally. I'd be like, I'm getting around fast now. Because I live in, it's Mount Pleasant's not exactly like a metropolis or a town, but it's like in between like a large city and a town and a bigger town, I guess. Yeah, electronic motorcycles even too now, which is really cool. That's basically what some of these e-bikes are. Just waiting for the game to come back. Oh, here we go. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Steeler. I appreciate it, man. To you and yours as well.
As we start week number 12 around the NFL. Our buddy Tim Allen, who helped us.
There we go. Just let me know if the audio is ever a little weird. All right, 1st and 10 for the Lions.
Here at Ford Field, and here's Goff. Said he's back to work. He missed the game last week. Tim Boyle made his first NFL start.
I just don't want it to be too super loud. That sounds bad. Oh, Lions. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, that'll be 1st and 5. I was going to say, yeah, that's got to be neutral zone in front. Like, that dude flew off sides for no particular reason right there.
Robert Quinn, who was looking for sack number 11 after 3.5 on Sunday against.
I wonder if other people can see you, Spider.
Well, 2 weeks ago.
What up, Tartar? What up, Liz? Happy Thanksgiving to the both. 1st and 5 here for Detroit. Let's see what they can do now with the free 5. They're just going to try a little quick pass out to Swift, and he's going to not. He just gets back to the line of scrimmage. No, they might be able to, unless they got you blocked for some reason. Yeah, Goff was good enough to go, I guess, today. It was kind of one of those, all right, he's going to go.
In that game against Pittsburgh down the field was way underthrown just because of the amount of pain and discomfort that he was in with that strained oblique. But
my score of this game was 17-10 Bears and Cowboys 26-20 and Saints 32-24. I disagree with you on almost every game except for the Cowboys.
Took it away from Swift. Was he still in bounds?
Let me see the replay. Just play a Madden 22. Hell yeah, there you go, Charles. I think the Bills win, and I think the Lions can win. The Saints don't have Alvin Kamara, so I'm a little bit curious about that one. It went out of bounds. So it's Detroit's ball as they went out of bounds with it based on the rule. He did fumble it. He grabbed it when he was already out. His foot is literally out of fucking bounds. Oh, what an unfortunate break for the Lions, but very unfortunate for the Bears.
Right here.
And it brings up
All right, 3rd and 2. Well, he just fumbled the ball, Steelers Nation. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Lions here. Just to let everybody know where I'm at in the game. In case you're a little ahead, don't spoil, please. Completion out to Swift, who gets a 1st down, and I'm assuming that's what you meant, Steeler Nation.
For 6 yards and a 1st down.
The 1st down. What up, Eric?
It should have been a lot easier for sure, but Swift is able to make the play. There's nobody that gets out there.
When do you guys think that the Lions are going to utilize Josh Reynolds, who's probably the best receiver that they have? But the issue is, right, with Josh Reynolds. Well, the good thing, there's no issue. He has, like, connection with Jared Goff. When the fuck do you think they're going to utilize this? Because he's out on the field. I see him right now. There he is. Top of the screen. Play action. Yeah, fuck it. Finally. Hey. Feed it to that fucking guy.
That's the throw 2 weeks ago that Jared Goff would not have been able to make. And it's nice to see Josh Reynolds get into the fold. He had a chance last week, made his Lions debut.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Well, I mean, because he made a joke that he had COVID toe. Now, I don't think he understood that COVID toe is like there's like real conditions that can develop with like lesions and stuff on the body, like an immune response to getting the virus. So like, I don't know if he knew that when he was making that joke, and then it just became a thing. I think Rodgers was just being a silly motherfucker about the COVID toe.
Look at this offense.
And then it like came out that it was like a real thing. And then it was like, no, I fractured my foot. It's like, that's all it is. I didn't realize this was like an actual thing that could develop. I was fucking around. All right. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. They're going to go, oh, bad run. It'll be like 3rd and 9. Sheesh. Robert Quinn's a terror for Lions fans. Yeah, they're having a good drive. It's looking like at least 3 points if they don't get anything out of this because they, I don't know. They need to get maybe 5 more to ensure a field goal.
Quinn comes underneath. Here he is here. He's going to think that he's going to try to get the edge, secure the edge here on that.
Remember, if you are spoiling, I will like get rid of you. Oh, all right.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, spoiling's an automatic. You get removed. Like, I don't play around. I'm trying to watch the game, so, you know. And it figures it's Josh Reynolds. It kind of figures. The only guy that he can actually depend to throw the football to is Josh Reynolds going forward, so. No, they just need to feed it to Josh Reynolds from Goff. Goff just needs to throw it to the only guy he can depend on in this offense other than Hawkinson. Because Reynolds and, like, they haven't talked about the fact that Goff and those Reynolds worked really well in Los Angeles together. Yeah, you can hear where I'm at. You can hear where I'm at, so there's no reason to spoil. It's a shit move. I'm trying to watch the game. I don't care if you're ahead, by the way. I can't see anyway. I have it so I just read chats. All right, Lions up 7-0. 9:26 remains here in the first. 9:26 remains in the first. And if you spoil twice, you're just hidden, and I just don't let you come back. It's really rude, especially to the people in the chat who are watching along. So it's more for them. Like, if it was just me that was getting upset, I wouldn't say anything, but I know it bothers numerous people in here. So, like, knock it the fuck off, please. Thank you. Commercial break. I'll unmute it as soon as it comes back on. I got to go base my turkey as soon as the game comes back on, though. Maybe, Jay. Jared Dimes. Yeah, it was a great touchdown. It was nice to see that they were actually able to utilize the one good receiver that they have now. Well, Hawkinson's a tight end, so it's not really like the same thing. But it might be good if you have Hawkinson in your fantasy this week. I wouldn't either. I don't think the Bears are trying very hard in this game. I think that in the back of the Bears' head, I think that they think if they lose this game that they're going to get Nagy fired. You're not a turkey guy? All right. Yeah, he can finally throw it downfield because Reynolds can catch the football and he's running the right routes. Yep, now that they got Goff back. If they'd have had Goff last week, as much as, we like to goof on the fact that Goff, it's Jared Goff. But, like, they'd have won last week with Jared Goff, like 1,000%. Tim Boyle's very bad. Like, they'd have won last week. Easily, they'd have won last week. I'm sorry. I know we don't like Jared Goff, and he hasn't been great for the Lions, but, like, at the same point in time, it's like he's had nobody other than Swift and Hawkinson. Who the fuck has he even had to throw the football to? Like, we know that the Patriots were bad last year because they had no receivers, but the Lions this year literally have nobody to throw the ball to. Like, it's bad. Now, Josh Reynolds is their only good receiver. Tyrell Williams has been hurt all year. So they kind of got, so they just throw everybody on those two guys, and they leave the bums wide open because they run the wrong routes anyway. So when Goff looks up to find them, they're just nowhere to be seen. That's why he throws the ball away the way he does.
Up with Galaxy.
Oh shit! I watched a little tape on some things. Oh, you're good, Caleb. You're good, boss. No, I have a strict no. I have 2 rules in my chat: don't spoil and don't spam. And I'm very strict about it. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. So, we've been close in every game this season, other than a few games like the Packers, Bengals, and Eagles. Hashtag keep Nagy. I know the Packers fans want to keep him. I think honestly, I think the Bears should. You're only timed out for 5 minutes. It says it right on it. It's a 300-second timeout. You're good in 300 seconds. I don't think Dan Campbell's hated at all. Dan Campbell from Lions fans, the hatred would be coming outward from outside. Detroit fans have like a 90% confidence in what Dan Campbell's up to. So, and I think most people. Oh, you're good, Caleb. Most people. Yeah, I don't see the screens at all. I have the game full screened, and like when I look at the chat, I just see the YouTube and Twitch, and it's basically restream is the way I'm watching this on my phone.
You could see Christian Jones was talking
Happy Thanksgiving, boss.
Reeves Maben and wasn't paying attention.
We were up here. We were dying when it happened in real time.
You're out of order. No, you're out of order.
Well, Christian Jones just thought, hey, it's Thanksgiving.
Is the audio good, by the way?
Give us something. Give us a gift here.
No. The Lions are one of the most respected defeated teams I think I've ever seen in the game. I'll be right back. I have to go base that turkey, guys. Enjoy the game for a sec.
Out across the 25
Yeah, first down.
as Mooney is able to pick up a Chicago first down, working against Jerry Jacobs.
Darnell Mooney, I really like this guy. Second-year player, and like I said, he's the guy who both Justin Fields and Andy Dalton have felt really good about. He's an excellent route runner. He's a big play threat anytime he has the ball in his hands.
They get Herbert involved. Khalil, the rookie, nothing. Austin Bryant was the first guy there, but he was not alone. No gain.
Well, both of these offenses, we saw the big play from Jared Goff to Josh Reynolds. As we take a look at Matt Nagy, and they've made the commitment to running the ball. You would expect that when you've got the rookie quarterback in Justin Fields. But they're not scoring points. Both these teams are just averaging 16 points a game, and it's great. It's great to run the ball, and it takes a lot of pressure off your quarterback. But if you're not getting the big plays, it is hard to score points.
Here's Grant, former Miami Dolphin, a nice catch and run for a first down. We'll look at the Chicago offense this season, how they started the first 5 games. You can see that top line. No matter what, the points haven't been there, and the turnovers have been, unfortunately, for Matt Nagy's crew, 10 over the last 5 games. 9 of those by the rookie Justin Fields, the number 11 overall pick, who's out with bad ribs.
44. 44, we're good.
Longtime Cincinnati Bengal, 1-year Dallas Cowboy, Dalton. Time runs out, and now he throws it away in the direction of Montgomery. Charles Harris with pressure.
I think one of the things, Joe, when you look at Chicago under Matt Nagy, they have struggled offensively. Even his first season when they had the big year and they went 12-4 and made it into the postseason, it was really because of their defense, which was so dominant in the takeaways. But they've had different styles at quarterback. Mitch Trubisky, and then when they went to Nick Foles, the offense evolved and changed. And this year, a little bit like that too. They started the year with Andy Dalton, and when they switched to Justin Fields, his skills are different than what Dalton's are.
Here's Montgomery, flag on the play as Montgomery was met at the line by Anzalone. And a gain of just 1, but we'll get the call. And it's illegal. It's an illegal shift against Chicago.
Taking a little time in order to make that call.
Illegal shift, offense, number 85. 2 men in motion did not reset before the snap. That penalty is declined, 3rd down.
And so instead of 2nd and 15, they decline the penalty, Dan Campbell does, and it's 3rd down and 10. Dalton has to deal with some crowd noise. This is Komet, the tight end. Won't get it. Anzalone came up to make the stop. An 8-yard pickup on 3rd and 10. It's 4th down.
That's really a great job there by Detroit. Cole Kmet, he starts in the backfield, and Andy Dalton makes a nice read. Detroit, you're going to see these guys, they pull out, and everyone's running deep, and he doesn't like what he sees. I don't like what he saw either, and so he comes underneath to Cole Kmet. Kmet's trying to pick that up, but Detroit rallies and makes a nice stop.
149th start for Andy Dalton, and his Bears have yet to cross midfield in 2 possessions. Here is a fair catch and no opportunity by Raymond to catch it as one of his teammates was blocked into him, and this ball will be downed.
With DirecTV Stream.
I had to base that motherfucker. You know how it goes. Someone copied my thumbnail? Really? Yeah, Jay, we're getting close, man. Yeah, who's copying me? Really? Like the exact I could claim their whole fucking thing, right? Because I made that image. Like, I actually made that image. I took the little clip art, made them bigger behind. I made it bigger, and then I placed it on top. Did it for the other one, and then I put the live game audio on the bottom. Yeah, that's my image. Like, I made that. Really? Holy shit! I'm gonna claim their whole fucking shit. You want to see me take somebody down this stream? It's a commercial break, by the way. I'll unmute it as soon as possible. Well, that's not my game. That's somebody else's. No, yeah, that's a common way people do it. I don't see anything like mine. Nope. It's a little different. It's a common it's a common thing in sports to do the bigger to make one thing one size and make it a little larger on the other side. I think so, Quan. I think so. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I had to go make sure that the everything was all good. My turkey's looking good. It's cooking along. It's looking pretty delicious. Yeah, most people just rip something from Google. I think Max is using the same exact one that they're using. Yeah, he is. He's using that exact the exact copy. You could just look at the sports at Max. Just go look at Max's. It's the same one. People don't have the balls to copy. Like, for a while, people were stealing my thumbnails because I could tell because of the weak thing. And now I've just made him my own.
Marine, he's the 28th head coach in franchise history.
All right, here we go. Here come the Lions now. They had a good run on defense.
To be named full-time head coach.
Yeah, I'm cooking for Thanksgiving.
He likes to roll his sleeves.
Yeah, I'm literally just cooking food for all by myself, from just to eat all by myself. Yeah, I have like 3 people coming over. Yeah, I mean, why do you keep asking? Why do you want to know so much about my personal life?
They're going to back up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm cooking a 14-pound turkey for just Rob. Because I'm fucking big as shit, right? I'm a big boy.
That's the rookie, Panay Sewell. I didn't sense that Golf was using the hard count there, but yeah,
yeah, I'm having a few people who also didn't go home for Thanksgiving.
And when we visited with him, he admitted it. It is a
big dog's got to eat. Yeah, I'm a big boy. Got to get that food down. Ooh. That was ugly.
Tries the left side, gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Second and 12 coming up. Lions hopefully just don't get safetied here because they're at like their 2-yard line.
talked about. Anthony Lynn, he had been the offensive coordinator.
I'm also cooking potatoes and fucking beans.
And the results haven't been great. Of course, he had Jared Goff.
And I made cheese ball, which is really, really good.
His first NFL start, trying to manage.
And it's not the typical garbage-ass cheese ball with, you know, it's made with cream cheese and some other ingredients, and it's very good. It's a very good spread. Yeah. Yeah, this is an ugly drive. They're going to be kicking this.
One of the better linebackers in the league, number 58 for Chicago, no gain, and he's playing like an all-pro.
It was a bad starting position. I think Raymond got blocked, so he wasn't able to, you know, put the ball in a decent spot. It kind of got downed way down here, and yeah, just avoid the safety here is the idea. They should have probably ran. They tried running it. He kind of missed the hole by just a little bit there, did Williams.
When you talk to Matt Nagy and people in the building,
just run it. There's no reason to risk anything here. They're fucking full blitzing. I got almost 6 guys on the line. Yeah, just run it.
Not much on this possession. It started with a false start. It ends with a 2-yard run, and Eddie Goldman.
Pretty much, yeah. Cassius Marsh is really good.
I think that's that tight end mentality.
All right, well, they're going to have to punt this ball away here, so I'm going to mute it, just a preemptive mute, because they usually go to commercial break. I'm actually a decent cooker for some reason. I don't know. I have some decent skills in that regard. Who? People. And that's going to be a great punt. Is that Detroit's ball? Hold on a second.
And there's going to be discussion to see.
Oh, yeah, because I think, hold on a second. Did he touch it?
There's a flag down
hold on.
At the 10. It hit Bobby Price.
Where?
Doink.
Oh, okay. That's completely Chicago's ball. It's going to be down at like the 50.
The Bears would get the ball where it first touched.
Yep.
Bobby Price, but
just shy of the 50. So that, but it could go back a little further depending on what the hell this penalty is.
This crew has spent a lot of time huddling to make these calls.
Friends, man. I said people from my graduate program I'm in, man.
Where it came from, but yeah, they could have called that, but the flag actually is on the other side of the field.
During the kick, holding against the return team, number 57.
Okay.
Penalties enforced 10 yards from the end of the kick. First down, Chicago. Timeout.
They got Christian Jones. Oh, yeah. Just listen and enjoy on Thanksgiving.
All right, now they're going to go to commercial break. It'll be 1st and 10 for Chicago at their own 16. 1st and 10 at the Detroit 16 for Chicago, or at their own 16. So it's Chicago 16. 3:01 remaining in the first. 3:01 in the first. So yeah, now it's a commercial break. So now I'm going to mute it. That fumble was a little bit more. It was a little misleading because it did certainly seem like there was going to be. Well, not a fumble. It did seem like there was going to be something more going on. Go Lions, hell yeah. Oh shit, I forgot to plug this in. I was gonna restart it. Anyway. If we fall short to the Bengals, I have to admit our season is done, and Tomlin might face his first losing. See, I think that's more than likely. It's weird that people think he's like on the hot seat. Hopefully, Jay. That Tomlin could be getting fired. It's like, well, no, his quarterback just is getting old, and they don't have a backup yet. That happens. That's not uncommon. He'll be okay. I think he's gone 500 one time. If he gets fired, there's going to be every team that needs a new head coach, and some teams that aren't so sure about their head coaches would be firing their head coach and hoping to God they can get Mike Tomlin. that he would be in very, very high demand. So I don't think the Steelers would fire him. It's almost as silly as thinking the Patriots would even think about firing Belichick after last season, which people thought. An 82-yard punt. Yeah, great punt. Yeah, no, if the Steelers did that, they'd become a bad team. Like they'd lose a lot of games for a while. There'd be no reason to fire them. I'd hope he would go to the Browns and lead them to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, you guys will be fine once you get your quarterback all figured back out. I hope so, Robert. I hope so. Their mics are so inconsistently loud and quiet. Is that too quiet now? Tomlin is going to want to bring in a vet. Yeah, which is weird.
Just scan the QR code now and enter your picks in the Thanksgiving Challenge. Your chance at the jackpot. It's free to play.
That's too loud. That's too quiet. Like, there's no.
Bradshaw's been giving away money for almost 2 years now. I mean,
all right, there's like a weird middle ground. Well, that's too loud, isn't it?
Unbelievable job by his
representatives to. He had been hoarding all that cash.
Had the account, so
he's in every commercial. I mean, he's.
There we go. That's a lot better.
From the 23, 2nd and 3.
That good. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Braden.
Third down coming up.
Joe, these two teams met.
Third and what is this?
Actually ran the ball really well, almost 100.
3rd and 2 for the Bears. Ball's at the 24.
Have similar success. They've been pretty good running the football, but Detroit has been
good that the Bills lost. Yeah, I mean, I quite like the Patriots in first place. Feels right. Tough couple weeks ahead for the Patriots, though. I think it goes like, there's an injury to the Lions. Shit.
Out of Tennessee. And so they take a look at him, and we'll come back.
You know, instead of messing with the audio, I wonder if I could just do that. Yeah, actually. Now I never have to change the audio and just do that, and it'll mute it. Like, it is muted, right? Like, you guys can't hear this commercial right now. I may have just figured out a way I never have to, like, fuck with the, like, screen again. So this is quite the stupid moment for. I just got to take the thing out if I don't want to hear commercials. Awesome, good. Or you can hear the commercials. Because I have it. It should be muted, but, like, I never know how with all these fucking systems. It's a commercial break. There was an injury. I think it was Revis Maben. Oh, jeez. Reeves Maben was injured. Well, that's no good for the Lions. I'll unmute it as soon as it comes back on. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Bears. It's muted? Okay, perfect. Good, because it's a commercial break anyway. It's some super deals, limited quality at Kohl's. Kohls.com. Happy Thanksgiving, Karam. I got to check on my turkey in about 40, about 40 minutes. About 42, 43 minutes. I gotta dump butter on that bitch. Oh yeah, fuck! I forgot to do that. When the game comes back on, I gotta go take out the last. But I put 4 sticks. I'm gonna baste it with 4 sticks of butter. Because I was reading on Rachel Ray, and I was like, well, that lady knows how to cook, right? I would imagine it won't be a shit turkey if I just use a lot of, it's like this salt and buttery, the majigger mix. I don't really know what's in it. It's got some salt, some pepper. If we had Minka Fitzpatrick last Sunday night, Herbert wasn't going to be able to throw downfield like that in the 4th. It's probably something to think about. I didn't know the Bears had Grant. That's hilarious. What's up, Shlomo? How you been? I've been good. There we go. All right, and I can unmute it just like that. There you go. The game's back on. All right, I'll be right back because I got to go grab that butter and make sure it's out.
Compliments of Cody Parkey and Chris Collinsworth. Since then, 19 and 23 As head coach of the Bears. Here's Grant making the catch, getting a first down. And we talked about it, Tom Rinaldi, at the beginning of the day. What a week it's been for Matt Nagy and the Bears.
Well, to label it as challenging, Joe, doesn't really begin to cover it. On Tuesday, the reports that came out from Patch.com, which Nagy said were inaccurate, that he'd already been told this would be his last game. Then ultimately, you see, canceling meetings the rest of the day on Tuesday, and then George McCaskey, the team chairman, addressing the players and the coaching staff to say that that report was untrue. Nagy has said the team has stayed focused. He said his guys have locked in. We'll see how that plays out.
Here's a pass caught by Mooney. And Darnell Mooney on a nice throw from Andy Dalton with a big play on first down, a gain of 33.
Well, and this is where that lack of a pass rush by Detroit really starts to take a toll. Andy Dalton, he's got a lot of time back there in the pocket. He sits back. You see he comes all the way across from the other side. They're in the slot. He's running the deep crosser, and Mooney's able to get the separation with his speed and make a nice conversion. Now, they pick up that first down. They miss a tackle. There's Amani Oruwariye who missed the tackle on third down. And
Shit, that was a big play for the Bears.
Pass behind Komet.
9 away from 100. That's good.
Will Harris, gain of 2. Well, Nagy was brought in 2018 to fix Mitch Trubisky, who the GM.
Second down and 5. Second and 8, rather. Sorry.
That didn't work out.
That's going to end the first quarter, though. So this is gonna add in the first quarter. End of the first quarter. Second down and 8 coming up. Ball's at the Detroit 29. 57, I think, is the number. But I have it muted because it's a commercial break. Yeah, so far so good. Detroit leads 7-0 after the first quarter. It's just muted because it's a commercial break. Happy Thanksgiving event. Second and 8. We'll see what the Bears do. They have the ball deep into Detroit territory. Hopefully they turn it over. That would be ideal if you're a Lions fan. But yeah, it's commercial break now, so. Fast first quarter, I would say. If this game were to end right now, I would have gotten it right on my pick'em. I'd look like a genius. Of course, try hard Dalton's in effect, so. It is 57. 57 what? After this, we need to go to Mike Florio. Quarter replies on his mac and cheese. Oh God, is he getting roasted? What does it look like? That real cheap dollar store Michelangelo's or whatever. It is 57. Erod. Oh, thank you, Kenny. That's what I thought it was. Oh boy, poor Mike Florio. He's probably got raisins and shit in it. I don't care about baseball right now. And I really don't give a shit about what other teams do in the offseason, so I don't care. See, if you're going to flex your macaroni, you have to come correct with it almost. That's still commercial break. Room for pumpkin pie and shit like that. Dang, you already ate? It's like 1:20. Dang, you guys have early dinner, huh? He put Nutella on it. Ugh. You can't be flexing with some doo-doo like that. Kind of seems like this drive the Bears are going to be scoring, though. So it looks like a tie game. Still wrestling commercial. I don't know what this is. Hey, the game's on.
7-0 Detroit, Chicago on the move. Third
There we go.
Possession, 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 for the Bears. Ball's at the 29.
Start the second quarter here in Detroit. Dalton throws wide.
Well, that'll be caught.
Pass is caught by Jimmy Graham.
Into the red zone the Bears go.
They Able to make the grab before that ball hit the turf and a 17-yard completion.
Yeah, that was, sorry, Joe, that was not.
Just want to check something here.
All
right, that's way behind.
by Jimmy Graham going down and making a really difficult catch. It was a.
What's up, Dragons? How you going?
Jimmy comes out of that and has to go.
Hopefully quite well.
He's gotten a few more opportunities here in recent games. And this is where they like him most, is down here in the red zone.
For pumpkin pie, yeah. Pumpkin pie is the best.
Montgomery.
Especially this time of year. Small pickup there, 2nd and 8.
Maloney has been busy here in the early going, made that stop.
CeeDee Lamb is out to the surprise of no one. Yeah, I was going to say, didn't he have that concussion shit going on? So.
Opponents 79% turning opportunities, the 20 and in, into touchdowns.
I was kind of thinking the Lions might win too, because I tend to believe the reports that the Bears might fire the head coach if they don't win this game. They can say all they want, but I don't know. I got a feeling. I know the Bears have never fired a coach during the season, but like, you know, you never say never, right? Isn't there a popular song by The Fray? Best band on earth, by the way. If you haven't heard any of their music, I'd listen to them. I dedicated my whole life philosophy to that song.
But on the year coming in, he'd only had 9 targets, so now he's got 11 targets.
They're just a band that disappeared, The Fray, right? Like they had that hit single, Over My Head, back in the early 2000s, and then they just vanished. They put out a whole good-ass album of that, like really good music. And then it was just that guy, they just vanished. I haven't heard of him since. All right, 3rd and 8. Yeah, that's basically what Matt Nagy and the Bears like. We ain't firing Matt Nagy. Why would we? Oh, he almost picked it. Oh.
And it would have been the 5th for Oruwariye. 4th down.
Oruwariye is in perfect position.
That's why he plays corner.
This drive. He's able to jump Jesse James.
Oh, he literally almost had it. He just needed to, like, come down with his hands better.
That little helmet grab by Jesse James may have helped Dalton avoid the interception.
Yeah, they were really good and just vanished. They're not a bad band at all. The guy has a great voice. They play instruments really good. They made good songs, catchy songs. All right, it'll make it 7-3. Jesse James really did prevent that from being intercepted, so good on him to play defense there. Should have probably been called, but whatever. Is what it is. Offense gets away with murder in the modern NFL, but it'll be 7-3. Yeah, it's a good ball play. That's all it is. He just grabbed the helmet up a little bit. It was kind of bush, but Channing fired Nagy at his son's football game in high school, so yeah, we are hoping for this to be his last game. You would at least take the signs if you were the owners of a team, right? It'd be like, all right, apparently they don't like this guy. Yeah, Goff's starting. He's 5 for 5 with 64 yards and a TD. He just needs to throw the ball to Reynolds the whole game. Like, that should be their game plan as often as possible, or to Hawkinson. But yeah, 13-24 remains in the second quarter. 13-24 remains here in the first half. The Lions have a 7-3 lead, and yeah, they'll be getting the ball after the Bears hit a field goal. So we'll see if Detroit can possibly add to their small little lead here. Yeah, James should have been whistled there for sure. And a great play by the defense. Yep. Yeah, it was kind of I didn't know who was. I don't think they realized who was starting until late. By the way, if you guys watch South Park at all, they've released a new episode or a new special. I guess it's called a special event over on Paramount Plus, and it's their post-COVID. It's like obviously they're doing a narrative now where it's going to be like a post-COVID series of movies or hour-long specials, where the kids are now like 40 years old. Yeah. It's very well done. It's very, very funny. And you do not see the ending coming almost. Like, I thought, like, wouldn't it be funny if, like, this was the reason Kenny was doing all that shit? And I was like, oh man, that's really sad actually. I didn't actually want that to be the reason. Because it goes from extremely funny to like, wow, man, these guys are really good at what they do. Because it goes from just a silly South Park to very poignant in a matter of about 2 seconds. And it was very well done. Yeah, I have people coming over in a little while between the games. And then after the games, in between, it's between the games I have people coming over and then they're taking off.
Should also be thinking about the near pick. Big play on that last possession, the 33-yard.
Yeah, I have
a nice side of this.
Quite nice.
121-yard
All right.
Against the Ravens.
I'm going to enjoy watching the Cowboys and Raiders play each other like bums. Hey, there we go. Break a tackle. Get going. Nice return there.
Dragged down near the 34.
Good return. Good return.
And before Jared Goff comes back out for his third possession, let's check in with Aaron Andrews.
And we came into this week not knowing if Jared Goff would actually play because obviously he missed the Sunday game against the Browns with an oblique strain. And I talked to him about it. He said he really didn't even know on Monday or Tuesday because he said
Ohio State's going to win 64-19. Oh yeah, when is that going to happen?
Like Troy said, no
yeah, it was a good job by Detroit's to hold there late. To not give up the TD, though it looked, All right, first play. Goff going to take a little dump off throw. Gets it out to Williams. They gain about 9. Well, at least they should be marking him as a 9-yard gain.
Offensively of this half, and I'm with Aaron. Early in the week on Monday, Tuesday, I would have bet that he was not going to be playing and that Tim Boyle would be getting.
You got any plans, my friend? Just eating food and shit? I actually have a bird I have to check on in about 30 minutes to make sure everything's going well with that still.
We are happy to get Jared Goff back, and he's gotten off to a pretty good start throwing the football and does not appear to be limited at all.
We're going to go with the pitch. And they get a first down.
Saturday there's games and then there's the game. And it's important to people in this part of the country.
Oh shit, Ohio State versus Michigan.
Football's ultimate rivalry. Number 2 now Ohio State against number 5 Michigan. The big noon Saturday.
Wow, basically if Michigan can win that game, they'll probably play for the Big Ten, or they'll probably play in the playoffs. That's pretty crazy to think about. Food and probably joining a couple buddies' minds later. The chill days. Yeah. Basically, this is a nice couple holiday weekend because it really just lets you just kind of relax and just not worry about shit. You just see friends, you see family, and everybody just drops everything for like 4 days. Everyone's just the world kind. Unless you have like a job where you got to go in for like 8 hours. That's really the only stress. As if you might have to go into work for 8 hours, but it's just like, whatever. Even when you go into work this weekend, it's kind of like a laid-back environment, except for tonight and tomorrow. And even now, like from everything being online, I've noticed, and starting a week early, I would imagine the swell of the actual Black Friday morning is quite lessened, because everybody's trying to one-up each other on deals earlier. Hey, they'll call it a first. What's up, Hunters? Yeah, you too, my friend. You too. I quite enjoy turkey. Yeah, I see the issue with Cincinnati is they're probably going to get fucking rolled, right? I know they looked okay versus Notre Dame, and they beat them pretty good, and they seem like a good team, right? But we all know what the fuck's about to happen at Cincinnati, right? Like we're all very well aware of the trauma that's going to happen to that school. Whoever unless they get if they get Bama or Georgia, that's a nightmare. You don't want either one of them two fucking bullies. The 3 F's football family food.
Got some real versatility to him. Hasn't caught a ton of passes.
Yeah, I don't know. 2nd down and 7 for the Lions here. 10:05 and counting remaining. Yeah, I like the Patriots and the Lions. More so the Patriots. I don't think if I lived in Michigan, I don't think I'd really care much at all for Detroit. 2nd and 7.
Underneath pass is
Just short. 3rd and 2.
not enough for a first down. They're going to say the play's dead, no fumble.
I was going to say that was clearly dead. I mean, I looked away when the play was dead.
It sure looked like when St. Brown caught it, if he had just immediately gone up the field, that he had a chance to pick this up. Take a look.
Yeah, he kind of fucked that one.
Turns and goes, maybe he can stretch out and pick up the first down.
Yeah, he kind of tried to get too much.
It's a good job by Chicago rallying to the football.
No, I'm from
Talked about the double doink. He was part of the double
I'm from
before today's game with the made that stop.
Japan. Japanese.
Here's a handoff.
Well, first down.
For a first down.
I don't know what Blueface is.
Artie Burns with a tackle, but not before Jamal Williams gets 7.
I'm an unorthodox-looking Japanese guy. I'm following the Bears on TikTok. This guy just said, "How the fuck we losing 7-3 to the winless Lions?" Well, I mean, there's not much difference in these teams. The Bears have just got lucky 3 times this year, whereas the Lions have been unlucky 9 times. It's just 4 times. 3 to 4 times the Lions. False start. I couldn't think of a funnier place to say than Japan, which is really kind of sad on my end.
A lot of times these teams, like Detroit, when you haven't won a game, then you immediately just assume, well, they're beating themselves. And, there is some of that goes on. But as far as...
No, yeah, they're beating themselves. That's quite often the problem for the Lions right now. Because they were just inside the 30. Now they're at the 33, and that's a holding. I was gonna say I just seen I've seen 2 flags fly. That's usually a sign that somebody held like a motherfucker right there.
And now Swift can't get up. Oh boy.
Oh, down goes Swift.
Against the center, Evan Brown, but
all right, and a holding called to boot. Yeah, I know. I was trying to think of a place, but I couldn't think of anywhere funny. I was like, that's not good.
And so they will check on DeAndre Swift.
You want to pantsed? What's pantsed mean?
So I'm watching
all right, injury timeout to Swift. Injury timeout for DeAndre Swift. Hopefully he wasn't too hurt on the play. When it comes back, it'll be 1st and 25 at the Chicago 44 for the Lions. 1st and 25 at the 44. But yeah, it's a commercial break right now for the injury to DeAndre Swift. I will unmute the game as soon as possible, but the Lions have the ball. They are still in Chicago territory even after 15 yards of penalty. 15 now. I'm going to take this garbage out of my ear. 8:13 remains in the half. 8:13 in the quarter. It's unmuted as soon as possible. But right now it's a weird Cab Nuva, some medicine. They're saying it may cause death. Dang. And 1 out of 2 people who take this die. The other person lives a great life. This sounds like a terrifying product to invest in. They're showing a bunch of dead people. They're going, but some people may die. Cabe Nuva. Are you worth it? Is it worth the risk? It just showed a motherfucker flying away like Superman. Pretty sure that's just a suicide pill. I don't even know what the fuck that was. Kind of seems like it, right? It's just basically like, 1 out of 17 people this works, but the majority of people get diarrhea for some reason. So yeah. Oh, yeah, this might kill you so nonchalantly. Yeah, basically, it's just kind of a casual, you might die.
But in some pain over there as they look at him.
Yeah.
He gathers a crowd.
Looks like he hurt his stomach or his ribs or something.
First down and 25 after the holding call against Evan Brown.
It looks like a midsection injury, though. That's never any good. Set first and 25. Oh, Jesus Christ.
About to be first and 30.
False start. All right, Detroit.
5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Hey, the NFL will be releasing game-specific virtual commemorative tickets for 20 games.
Yeah, it's looking like a ribs thing in the way it looks to me.
Thanksgiving Day game between the Lions and Bears. Get yours now at
All right. Well, Detroit has officially moved themselves back to about midfield, so
Field goal range at one time on this possession. They've
move them up 20 yards. They're literally at like the fucking 20.
First and 30. Goff comes
Yeah, he was like holding his sides and shit. Makes me think he might have had something significant go down.
tackle, gain of 4.
All right, second and long. Jesus.
Yeah, I opened my mouth and said that they haven't had an abundance of penalties, and boom, 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 there they are.
First time since 94 that a quarterback has started on.
That was pretty Lions-like to do what they did there. Second and 26.
Game against the Vikings.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
You started 8 for 8 in the Thanksgiving Day game.
Gonna go play action.
Against
Just
the Vikings. Here is Williams getting bottled up behind
third and about
scrimmage.
31. 5-yard loss there.
6, and this drive is disintegrating.
Yeah, it sure is.
I don't really know why the Lions are moving backwards now. It's kind of impressive to just move backwards 35 yards almost, 31 yards now.
They're continuing to go backwards. I'd like to see what Dan Campbell's going to pull out of his hat here.
Well, you go to the play sheet and you go for 3rd and 32 plays and start at the top.
They're going to just run a draw here because they're a boring team.
Here's Williams. Crowd won't like that. Bottled up by Quinn.
Told you.
I don't like it either. Yeah, it's one thing if you're backed up, but you're admitting.
Hey, what I say they were going to do. I was like, oh, no, they're going to run another draw on fucking 3rd and super long.
Well, I mean, you don't have to get all 32 yards. You can get a chunk of it and try a long field goal.
Sure.
Yeah, that was what I'm confused about. Just try and get like 15 on that shit and just. Yeah, Jamal is back. Yeah, Jamal Williams. They're going to give up a touchdown after all that bullshit now.
Spun out of bounds. They will mark him.
First and 10 to about the 21. Or it will be the 30. I don't know. I didn't see. They're going to go to commercial break here, though. 5:21 remains here in the first half. 5:21 remains here in the second quarter. Detroit does still lead 7-3. I had to mute it because it's a commercial break. We'll unmute it as soon as possible. First and 10 at their own 31 is Chicago. Yeah, at least do something other than a goddamn draw. That's a bad play. That's very uninspiring play calling. Like, it's just like, ugh. And I'm sure he's about to get roasted again because they did that last week, and boy, Detroit fans were not happy. They were mad as fuck, the Lions fans were. And I am too. It's kind of lazy just to be running fucking on 3rd and long, just run a draw. That literally only works if you have a high-flying, potent offense that can throw the shit out of it. It's like, well, I seen it work in New Orleans consistently. It's like, yeah, that's because they were afraid of Drew Brees throwing the football. No one's afraid of your team throwing the ball, so that 3rd and long draw deception play doesn't work. It's not a bad play. Like, if your team can throw it. Like, like it's one of those situations where the pass can open up the run game. And you know, with a good quarterback, a good passing game, they're expecting you to throw it on 3rd and long. You run that little draw. You can usually pick up like 13 yards. But not when you Yeah, where's the Rams play calling? Like, why aren't they doing that again? They should be doing what they did against the Rams. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not a stupid call to go with the draw all the time, because the Patriots often on 3rd and like 10 or 3rd and 13 will do draw plays and get first downs. Brady often calls draw plays on 3rd and long, but that's because it's in certain situations it can be very good as a deceptive play. Is the game back on?
Responsibly and by AT&T.
Oh, there we go.
Fast, reliable, and secure.
Oh, maybe not. What are they doing? Taking a long time to... There we go. 1st and 10 for the Bears at their own 31.
Dating back to 1920. Searching for direction and
See what happens. Maybe Lions can get a big stop here on defense, get the ball back. Their defense has been close all day. Let's see if they can maybe, a turnover happy team in Chicago. Maybe they can force one. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a touch. Oh, Jesus. Well, that's the opposite of what Detroit needed. Chicago's about to take a 10-7 lead. Sheesh. Dude was wide open, too. Oh, boy, Detroit's going to give up a touchdown here. Well, the lead was nice for the Lions while it lasted. Unless Dalton just throws a pick here, but I don't know. Dalton's not as turnover prone as the other quarterback. 4:30 remains in the half. Dalton, touchdown. That was pretty easy. Fields, yeah. I don't know Fields well enough yet. That was pretty quick. That was 2 plays.
For the 12-year tight end. You got 2-on-1 here. You see Jimmy Graham. He's going to come.
I don't know what the fuck what the hell the Lions were even doing in that play.
Working off the safety. He's got Jesse James on the other side, and he gets the safety to hold. He looks to his left. See how he peeks out to his right.
Yeah, he froze the defense with a peek.
He tries to cheat his eyes to Jesse James.
Ugh, that was an ugly defensive play. That was a ugly defense right there.
83rd career touchdown reception for Jimmy Graham, and his first of this season.
All right, well, 10-7 now. 4:29 remains here in the half.
Bears have their first lead of the game.
They're going to go back to a commercial break with the score. Packers fans are all triggered right now because they're like, God damn it. He didn't do shit for us. He's all old. 2042 MVP, Tom Brady. Well, that commercial is funny. What game is this? Oh, Battlefield 2042. Seems like a good game. I don't know. What is this? Tom would be the MVP in 2042, by the way. But yeah, we're just waiting for the game to come back on now. It's a weird crypto commercial just went on. I don't know what the fuck that was. Matt Damon. Oh, Matt Damon's going to have laser eyes now. That's fun. I feel like anybody who puts laser eyes is openly admitting that they got really, really late into crypto. That's all the laser eyes people mean to me is like, look how late I got into this, so now I need to have these laser eyes. I hate the laser eye people. They make trying to like something so fucking unbearable. I love the idea of crypto, don't get me wrong, and I like that it's forming the way it is, and I like where it's heading, but it's the fucking people around it are so goddamn unbearable. Somehow stan culture got into crypto, and it's so awful. It's so goddamn awful. Yeah, basically, Mike. It's all a bunch of rug pulling and scamming and shit right now. There's very few like good ones. Basically, if you want to make money on crypto, to me, it's like just put money in Bitcoin or Ethereum and just let it sit and just fucking ignore it for a year or two and see what happens.
How would they come out and play on this holiday with Andy Dalton making his 3rd start of the year as a Bear? Nothing lackadaisical about that.
Hey, yeah, most of it is gambling.
Yards in 52 seconds.
You got to be watching that shit like a hawk so you know when to pull your money out. Once you see it hits like a really high peak, just go, all right, I'm done.
On the return to the 25 to the 26.
A lot of rug pulling going on with all that dumb shit. 4:21 remains here in the half. 4:21. Both teams have 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning to play with.
For these two offenses, this is a shootout. I mean, this really is.
Yeah, I mean, if you can make a bunch of money off it, more power to you.
Averaging just 16 points a game coming in. I thought, well, first team to
it's just weird when they base their crypto off the value of the U.S. dollar. You know how much the U.S. dollar's worth, and that's what they're valuing their crypto at. Then they shit all over the money that like gives their money any fucking viability. It's like you do realize if the U.S. dollar crashes, what the fuck is the value of that? What, is that just gonna magically stay afloat? No, it's U.S. It's U.S. dollar based. You backed it on the U.S. dollar value. Like, what are you just gonna be like? This is the new money. The only one that has value to it is Bitcoin, and that's just because it's being utilized in many other places now, which is nice. It's nice to see that. But I just don't like when they start bashing the other. It's like, yeah, I don't like the current institution either, but you know, it's kind of the way until it's, you know, flipped off and one becomes dependent upon the other. Kind of, you know, the inching away from like the petrodollar to maybe a crypto dollar, which is what the U.S. needs to do, right? Like, oh, there you go, good run by Williams.
Somebody's going to make a Thanksgiving Day memory today. Who will it be? 7 yards and a first.
Probably Mooney, based on the way that last drive looked. Jesus Christ.
It's kind of evolved. I don't know if you were.
I wrote a letter to the Lions asking if I could start this game. I don't think they got it.
I'm totally aware that this thing is evolved.
I wrote, Dear Mr. Campbell, my name's Rob. All the quarterbacks you got on the roster are pretty bad right now. I could hit them, you know, a lot better. You just have to run a short offense. Let me start for you on Thanksgiving. We'll win. He didn't answer. He was fucking rude as shit, dude. 2nd and 6 coming up.
It started as like a silly award. Everybody was handing out awards on Thanksgiving, so we had to have one. So here's what we came up with, that thing. The original, goodbye. Then the Redux looked like a big piece of chocolate. And then this thing was like a cheap plaque. And now it's like a silver sparkly football trophy. It's kind of nice.
Somebody's going to get it. And 2 of the players,
sounds like a threat.
Swift and Roquan Smith would be strong candidates, but unfortunately
somebody's gonna get it. Not only is he sacked, but there's a flag on the play. Let me guess, holding?
End of the play, Gibson ended up with the football, and for now, no indication that there's a turnover, but a sack and a flag.
Holding offense, number 58.
The hilarity.
Penalties decline, 3rd down.
Well, that's on the rookie, Penei Sewell. I thought they actually might get Taylor Decker, and he was the one trying to block Robert Quinn.
That's holding?
He goes down, good call there. And then
hey, I appreciate it, Dre. Thanks for the like, man.
Decker trying to slow down Quinn. He's got a hold of him.
No, what? I think they called the wrong guy.
Robert Quinn, like you pointed out.
More holding by Decker than we're up to like 13 likes. I appreciate that, everybody. The fuck was that? Yeah, that Penei Sewell didn't fumble at all. I think Chicago's challenging something.
Flag by Matt Nagy. He wants to have them look at the end of this play as the ball came out of the hands of Jared Goff.
I mean, once the quarterback's wrapped up, the play's essentially over. I don't know what he's looking for.
And if that's the case, then there will be no fumble. But this ball's punched out. The knees are up. That ball
Yeah, I mean, the ball's punched out, but, like, the quarterback's complete. Like, that play's dead.
Gibson ended up with a ball at the end of this, and he did, would be that forward progress was called. Otherwise, it's a takeaway.
They're probably just going to, like I was going to say, with most, they're pretty good about, they protect Mahomes. Like, I've seen them reverse this on Mahomes probably 8,000 times. So we'll see if they hold that as holding. Or not holding, but a fumble.
So they did not
Pretty sure that was forward. We'll see.
We'll be right back after this from
Oh, no, yeah, it's 100% a fumble. Like, I'm not even going to debate that. I mean, this very well could be Chicago's ball, but I'm quite curious as to see when they're going to rule that he has forward progress. I would imagine it's like, I wish I could see it just a little slower. Hold on. I want to watch the beginning of the play one more time, please.
I'm going to go work out these feelings.
Yeah, that's probably forward progress, right? Like,
Call or click to get a quote today.
Well, this one's pretty straightforward, but I just want to bring Mike Pereira in because A, he's wearing a vest, and B, and not that you have to see it, he doesn't have to go on camera, but B, it's Thanksgiving, so we get to say Happy Thanksgiving, Mike.
I think with quarterbacks, the forward progress thing's a little wild. We'll see, though. I wouldn't be shocked with the turnover, but
I thought they could have ruled forward progress, quite frankly, which then would have made the play not reviewable, but the ball is out, and there is a clear recovery, as you see, by Chicago, so Chicago should get the ball.
And it looks like they will. It's the first turnover of the game, if that's the way it goes. And as it turns out, a good challenge by Matt Nagy.
Yeah, and that's one where, you know, Goff, it can't happen. That's his 8th fumble of the season, his 5th that he's lost. But he saw the hit coming, he had the ball, and then just wasn't able to secure it.
But yeah, if it's not forward progress, that's 100% a fumble. It'll be the Bears' ball.
Last time they had it, looks like they're going to get it back. No official announcement, but here we go.
Uh-oh.
After review, the ruling on the field is that the quarterback fumbled the ball. It was recovered by Chicago. First down, Chicago at the 30.
Sheesh.
Chicago will not be charged with a timeout. Please reset the game clock to 2 minutes, 23 seconds.
You know, one other note, and I'm sure we'll talk more about Matt Nagy and his future, immediate or long term, at some point in this game. But when we talked to him, he talked to us.
And if you watch that play back, man, you could see all the linemen of the Lions just bump into their quarterback on that. Ugh.
All starting to run together. But I think sometimes people.
Oh yeah, it's getting bad here. Chicago's probably going to put this in the end zone in 2 plays. Unless Dalton just makes a really bad throw here, it's a touchdown in a play or 2.
His wife is 4 boys. Boys are texting him stuff all the time. They're hearing this stuff everywhere, and you know, it was an odd story to come out. The Bears have never fired a coach midseason, and you're going into a Thanksgiving game, and for that to get leaked somehow, if that's what happened, it's odd to say no matter what, you're done after this game.
Well, and it contradicts, like you said, everything that the McCaskey family has been about and what they've stood for. I mean, you wouldn't tell a coach that he's going to be fired, and then, hey, by the way, can you go coach the Thanksgiving game first? It just doesn't happen, and the coaches are insulated. It's the families that.
I said in 2 plays, this is probably in the end zone. Oh boy, yeah. Detroit's just not covering anybody anymore. Found a hole? What do you mean? They're just wide open spots. Oh, the clock's gonna keep running even though he went out of bounds. It's crazy.
To generate any kind of pressure on.
Oh, never mind. He's forced out.
He sits back there in the pocket. Really good route by Cole Kmet. I like him.
Well, that'd be the 2-minute warning.
Some of the things that he can do. A little different.
Yeah, they just stopped playing defense the last 2 drives, it looks like. They're just leaving everybody wide the hell open.
2-minute warning.
No, they might not. I don't know. I don't know. The Bears keep saying that they're not going to fire him. They're very insistent that they're not going to fire him, and they don't know why anybody would suggest such a crazy thing, it seems like. Yeah, I know. Everybody who picked the Lions got egg on their face today. Fucking bitch-ass Lions. Oh, it's still 10-7. I mean, they could make a play. 1st and 10 at the 23 for Chicago. 2-minute warning. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts to work with here, so depending on how they want to see this. Detroit does get the ball at the half, so that's always good. West Side Store. That sounds stupid. What is this? Oh, people running. Someone else running. Some more running. A lot of commercials so far this game. Yeah, I don't know. If he doesn't get fired after this game, he'll probably last out the rest of this season. They'll let him go in the offseason. The Bears do have a weird history about not firing their coaches. So it's kind of, you know, at least not during the regular season anyway. Yeah, a lot of them this time around. But it'll be the 2-minute warning for Chicago. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Detroit 23 when it comes back on. I think it's due back here in a second. Cool.
2 minutes.
All right, there you go. I'll be right back in 2 seconds.
Joe and Boyle with you, with Aaron Andrews and Tom Rinaldi down on the field, and it looks like Chicago's got a little something going here offensively.
Well, they do, and a lot of pressure on Detroit, knowing that they've just got to keep the score down.
Here's one out of the reach of Marquise Goodwin.
They take a shot, but I think there's pressure on both of these defense, like we've talked about, just because of the struggles. But even, you know, when you think about it, these defenses and what they've done, I mean, Detroit held Pittsburgh to 16 points and tied. And then last week against Cleveland, they held them to 13 points and lost the game. And so they know that points are hard to come by, so a lot of pressure on them here to force a field goal attempt by Chicago.
2nd down. Komet got hit, no flag, as that was either timed perfectly or it was early contact by Dean Marlowe.
Yeah, kind of one of those bang-bang type plays that hard to get a call on that. So big 3rd down here for Detroit.
Protection, end zone pass is picked. Intercepted by Oruwariye. And that is number 5 on the year, as he serves up a Thanksgiving meal to his fellow defenders.
Joe, I mentioned it earlier. If he'd made the interception earlier in the 1st quarter, that would have been the best interception of the year for him. The other ones that the balls found him, this is his best. I mean, he plays this so well. They're trying to get the ball to Bird on the outside, and he just undercuts that. I mean, that's really well done. It's one thing to undercut it and get your hands on it, but then to make the catch. That's not an easy play. Really nice work by him.
Came in tied for 4th in the league with his 4 picks, now 5.
Yeah, you're hoping, Detroit, you're hoping that they're able to make a stop and only give up 3 points. Instead, they don't give up anything.
So the two teams trade turnovers. Goff back out there after the fumble and a flag down in what is typically holding as the Lions, and it is against Detroit, have been penalized throughout this 1st half.
That's a tough one on Andy Dalton. You're just
Holding offense. Number 68. 10-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
That's Decker, the left tackle, and there's a grab and the hold of Robert Quinn. That's the 5th penalty on this Lions offense. 3rd time they've been called for holding.
Yeah, I'm saying that's tough on Andy Dalton because down here in the red zone, everything has to happen a little bit quicker. So you're throwing the ball, anticipating, and you're not expecting a corner to make a play on the ball quite like a Warrior did.
6th takeaway by this Lions defense over the last 2.5 games as Williams gets 2. Christian Jones has been busy. He made the stop and the crowd booing the play calling. Let's find out what's coming up at halftime.
We're back in New York City for this Thanksgiving edition of Verizon Halftime. What are you guys thankful for?
I am thankful for family.
Food.
Football.
Fox. Kurt, what are you thankful for? I'm thankful that the Verizon Halftime will be coming up in just a bit. All right.
Stay tuned. That's coming your way from New York. 2nd down and 18, and with the Bears with 2 timeouts remaining now as they just took their first of the half, they're trying to get it back. Lions get the ball to start the second half. Remember, they deferred first on the opening coin flip. Goff throws. Everything is short. Another flag is down as this one's to Jamal Williams.
Holding offense. Number 78. After that penalty is declined. 3rd down.
That's Tommy Kramer, the right guard, and like we talked about, he's making his first start. Thought he played well on Sunday. He's holding Angelo Blackson, and this Chicago's defense, they came into the game, you know, they were number 1 in the NFL in sacks, and they've continued with that kind of pressure, and I think they were trying to get the ball down the field a little bit there.
No, I'm listening to the game. Don't worry.
The protection, Goff just came underneath, and like you said,
what's up, Weapon? Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, man.
That penalty, although it was declined, stops the clock.
Goff takes a shot.
Downfield and nothing's there.
And that's just an awful throw.
His receiver, Josh Reynolds.
Well, that's going to be a punt. At least they didn't give up a touchdown to keep it a 3-point game. 1:22 remains here in the quarter. 2 timeouts remains for the Bears to play with.
Take a shot. See if maybe you can't get.
We'll see. We'll see. Turkey's looking really good, though. It's starting to get a nice little browning going on.
One more crack at it.
Probably in about a half hour or so, I'm probably going to have to put the little foil topping over it so it doesn't get all fucked up.
Hauled it in at the 41 or so.
That should be holding called, by the way, but they're not going to call it.
We'll be right back.
That guy who threw his arms up like this, that should be holding.
Tonight, I'll be eating a petite.
Kind of a fortunate call for the old Bears.
Thanks.
Or fortunate no call.
Captain Fear, what are you so afraid of? Spiders? Public speaking? Commitment?
Oh, Bud Light Seltzer Retro Tie-Dye?
Have you tried these yet?
Bud Light Seltzer Retro Tie-Dye, the loudest flavors ever.
Smells good, though. It smells like a nice cooked turkey so far in here. It's smelling pretty good.
Maybe life isn't so tough down there on the sidelines like Tom and Aaron try to make it out. Secondly, the Lions.
They have the ball at like the 46. The Bears do at their own 46.
Off the clock, and the Bears had to only use 1 timeout.
The one time the Lions don't try to run the ball.
Dalton throws. Komet.
Make 1 tackle.
Into Lions territory with a gain of 8.
Yeah, only 1 timeout, and the Bears, they get another crack at it, and they have excellent field position to begin it with. So they don't need much here to get.
Yeah, Lions are literally the biggest enemy for Detroit this game is Detroit. That gets to the Detroit 37.
43 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, and still with
43 seconds remains here in the quarter. Bears have 2 timeouts. Lions hoping they can make something happen here.
I know he's coming off the interception, but
Maybe another pick or something.
Dalton on a short week, making his third start, looks pretty darn good.
No, he does, and let's be honest. I mean, when you've got a rookie quarterback versus a veteran quarterback, the veteran quarterback gives the team the best chance to win. And I understand the dilemma that all coaches face.
Well, it is also the Lions. That's why Dalton looks pretty good. He's up against a pretty passive defense. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Bears.
Here's a bad snap.
Ooh.
Up to pick it up, and a nice
Uh-oh.
catch by Komet.
Good job by Detroit to keep that dead.
Sideline cannot.
I think Komet got hurt.
Timeout taken by Chicago.
Oh, Chicago
As
takes
a
a timeout.
result, their second.
33 seconds remains. Good job by Detroit sniffing that out.
That might be a double doink.
I mean, just to turn that into a 2-yard gain was Herculean.
Sure was.
Yeah, that was a busted-ass play, man.
Andy, I think, is kind of laughing about that one.
It would be a 53-yard try from this spot. Cairo Santos, his career.
Oh, we got 2nd and 8.
The Bears, it happened last year. 55.
I mean, he's indoors. He should probably be able to boot that right in.
So
Bears should be able to take a 6-point lead no matter what, it looks like, unless they fuck it up. Get sacked twice in a row, but I don't think. The Lions somehow play like good defense, but they also play like really weird defense at the same time. I can't quite put my finger on it.
To the 25.
Chicago's going to have to spike this. So they'll get it spiked at about 15. Oh, a little after. Oof. They actually took a play. That was stupid. They should have hurried and spiked that. They could have got that at like 18. That might have been a bad play. I mean, they're going to get the field goal anyway. 10 seconds remain. They can afford to take a sack here. So I mean, if something breaks down and they gotta just go down, they can do it because they got the timeout.
Clearly work the middle of the field, do whatever they want.
Yeah, I mean, they have the entirety of the middle of the field available right now that's open.
And get him out.
10 seconds here for the Bears, but you kind of want to be careful because you do have a guaranteed 3 here. Like you can take a 6-point lead. Just, don't take anything too stupid. Yeah. Just kick the. Yeah, there you go. Good job by the Lions to hold it to 3.
And it'll be a field goal try by Santos of 43 yards.
Yeah, not bad, though. Defense does their job. They stop Detroit. Chicago gets the ball with great field position. Andy Dalton gets them into field goal range after the interception where they could have extended their lead and a chance to.
Not bad by Detroit. They're still within winnable distance of this game at down by 6. Their offense just has to get like whatever happened the first drive, like script up a couple drives or something. I hope they have a set of plays for the next half. All right, that'll be half.
It is a 6-point game at the half, and the first half stats are brought to you by State Farm as we look at these two quarterbacks.
And the stream link buffers. That's a hilarious.
His team leading by 6. 13-7, that's the score.
All right, not a bad first half. 13-7. Absolutely bad football so far, but we didn't expect either one of these teams to put on like a clinic of like how to play.
All this football on Fox.
You ready to get smoked before you head to Ann Arbor?
Had to mute everything because it's a commercial break. Fucking Brady Quinn. Or who was that? I don't know. I don't know football players outside of football. Anyway, well, it's halftime. I don't know really what to talk about. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Anything cool? Most of you guys already eaten by now. It's like 2. I know a lot of people eat pretty early. So. Dang, Purple Hearts and the NFL. They're really like, we build really high quality homes. It's like, what, you guys get in trouble before in the past for building shitty homes or something? It's an odd thing to point out that you do. It should just be assumed you're building high quality homes for veterans. Seems like there might have been something that happened in the past where they were building some real shitbags. Let's see. Well, we're up to 14 likes. I appreciate that, everybody. Very kind. Oh, my arm hurts. I don't know why. It's just like sore. Like right in the bicep area. You guys ever have that happen? Like right here? Like not necessarily like the tricep or the bicep, but it's like that weird in-between area. Are they doing a halftime show? Oh, here we go.
From New York City, where we've been able to spend Thanksgiving. Verizon play the first half.
Cool.
With a touchdown that gave the Bears a 6-point lead here.
Be right back. Gonna grab another soda. Enjoy the halftime.
Jay Glazer, Andy Dalton, pretty productive first half there.
16 for 26, 218 yards and a touchdown. The touchdown I thought with the Graham was a beautiful read. It's a zone coverage. He looked left, came back, caught him in the seam. But here he starts the game off with a quick screen to the outside to Grant. He breaks tackles, goes down for 13 yards. Under ball handling play, reads the safety. Safety settles. Then he picks up the deep end for 33 yards. That one, excuse me, to Mooney. And then the other read, the other safety comes biting up on one crossing route. And, of course, Mooney was open for the deep pass after that. Great job of reading the coverage by Andy Dalton.
Jimmy, Jared Goff efficient in the first half, even without a lot of yards.
Yeah, Jared Goff can complete passes. He's 12 for 13 here in the first half. A lot of underneath stuff. And if they'll give him protection, the problem is, the offensive line getting a bunch of penalties, and that's kind of killing them on the drives. Here he throws to Josh Reynolds on the out. He has a connection with Reynolds. They both played with the Rams at the same time. Reynolds again on a double move, 39 yards for a touchdown. And then he throws to his tight end on an out. Like I said, if they'll protect Goff and not get the penalties, he can be efficient.
But they lost their best player on offense, DeAndre Swift. Even though he had 3 carries for no yards, 3 catches for 9 yards, he still is like that protection. He leads the league in receiving out of the backfield, the running back, for a reason. He's the guy that makes up for a lot of those inefficiencies they have on the offense. It's kind of like you're having a thimble on your thumb. If you're sewing, you get poked, it's going to protect you. Pull that thimble off, you're going to get hurt. The thimble is gone. The protection is gone. I know a little bit about sewing, man. I don't know much about farming, but I know a little bit about sewing.
All right, this is the first of 3 NFL games going on today. Up next, it's the Las Vegas Raiders at the Dallas Cowboys. And, Jay, there's some breaking news there.
Late breaking news here, and we told you earlier in the show, obviously, C.D. Lamb is out. We already know Amari Cooper's out because of COVID. However, 3 assistant coaches now, including Joe Philbin, the assistant head coach, offensive line coach. He tested positive for COVID today as well, with symptoms, all 3 out of that game for Dallas.
And that came out of your head there. Get that. There we go.
What's up, Daniel? Sounds like the Cowboys are at a weird disadvantage now. Great. Looking like I'm going to start the day off 0 for 2 on picks.
As Big Sean is ready to have a big performance there in front of the fans at Ford Field.
All right, commercial break. Have to mute it again for the commercials. Holy shit, what the hell? There's a bunch of doo-doo spraying out this hole in the ground in this TV show. Yeah, and I should have just picked the Bears because Matt Nagy coaches really well against the Lions for whatever reason. He rarely loses to them. Let's go Lions. Yeah, hopefully. They're bumming it up. They're looking like 0-10 today. But you never know. They're only down by 6. It's they get the ball first, so if they can put points up, they can go up a little bit. What's up, Assassin? Happy Thanksgiving, man. Hey, way up in likes, too. Now we're up to 17. I appreciate that, guys. Very kind. Yeah, that I should have reacted maybe a little different. I don't know. With teams like this, it's always really weird and hard to call the games. Like Atlanta, Jacksonville, it's just who do you pick? Probably the Falcons. You know what I mean? It's just this game, you probably should have went the Bears. Yeah, the holding is awful. The Lions just can't stop killing. If they wouldn't have killed them, they'd potentially be leading in this game if they weren't just holding the day away. I can't unmute for the Big Sean performance, unfortunately. Why is it muted, though? Oh, shit. Never mind. It's all good. The Bears are bad as well. 2 blown games in a row. Yeah, I mean, both teams aren't any good this year. I was like, what the hell was going on? I forgot I took my earpiece out. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Amir. How's it going, man? Hopefully quite well. You seeing family or some shit for today? I don't know if you live near family though. I don't know your whole you know. Right now Big Sean's performing and I don't want to listen to any of that. I like Big Sean, but not this song. I like his old music. Chilling with family. Nice. I'm just calling this game. And then we're going to finish cooking later. Got a turkey cooking, kind of. Well, not kind of. It's just cooking. Got to check on it in another 40 minutes. Yeah, at least you might have that. Yeah. I mean, the Cowboys have a bunch of coaches out with COVID today. Because one of their, I think their assistant coach tested positive. So you got that. They're going to be without, some guys, some coaches anyway. Well, at least they get a little bit longer of a halftime today. Nothing worse than when two really bad teams play. There's probably more people that came just to see the Big Sean concert at halftime than the actual Lions game. Like, all right, well, we've seen all we needed to see. Let's head home. Like, there's a non-zero number that's the reason they're at this game. Yeah, it is nice to see the Bears actually trying, at least in the first half. We'll see if they continue in the second, if that wasn't an illusion. But to be fair, though, if the Lions hadn't been shooting themselves in the foot, it looks like they could at least have scored maybe one or two more times. So, could be tied, but the Lions literally keep messing themselves up. Like, at one point, it was 1st and 10. It was like 1st and 10 at the Bears 30. And then next thing I knew, it was 1st and 30 at the 50. So, quite the dramatic shit. Anyway, it's commercial break still. Fox is like shilling their crappy Christmas movies. They're like, check out these original Fox Christmas specials, like Christmas in the Pines. Like, ooh, no thanks. Hey, we're up to 20 likes. I appreciate that, everybody. Thank you very much. Very kind. Very, very kind. A lot of shows focused on crime. I got to bring up old Tucker shows and what else they got? A bunch of talk shows I never heard the name of. Yeah, I don't know. What an app. Emmanuel Ocho, Marcellus Wiley. Quiet halftime show, huh? Nearly 1 in 5 Americans. Oh, okay. It's a mental health thing. The NFL started caring about players' mental health only because Skip Bayless started making fun of Dak. You guys notice that was like the flashpoint moment where the NFL was like, yeah, maybe we should care about players' mental health. If we're on the same side as Skip Bayless, we got to probably change up opinions here real quick. I don't know how we went so far down this side. Hey, the game's back on.
With our ode to the Peanuts gang and Charlie Brown. And as always, special thanks to Paul Duda for all his help.
Not quite. Almost ready for the game to come back on. More commercial. The salt blood of the entertainment industry, commercials. No, I'm gonna take the middle game off because I'm gonna eat and I'm hanging out with some people in between the games. Speaking of that, let me make sure everything's still in plan. No changes as far as I'm. So, I'll be live for the PM game or the late game Thursday night, I guess. Dun, 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 dun. In what? The Raiders and the Cowboys? The Cowboys. I mean, there's a whole video with all my picks in it on the channel you can go watch. It's got all of them for all 15 this week. Yeah, I got the Cowboys. I guess it was not that bad to, shamelessly plug yourself. I bet you the players are happy with a little bit of a longer halftime. But they're probably also at the same point like, I want this fucking game done so I can go eat some Thanksgiving. Fucking go eat. Bears do lead 13-7. Lions get the ball to start the second half, so the Lions will be getting the kickoff. Let me unmute it.
Have added a couple of field goals. Lions got the first 7 points of the game.
All right, here we go. Second half coming up soon. I'll be back in 1 second.
In the Lions end zone on an interception, but they've looked pretty good here moving the ball in the first half. Lions will get the ball to start the second half as they trail by 6. Cairo Santos will kick it away with Igwebuike waiting for it. And off we go. First of 3 games today across the NFL and 3 networks. From about a yard deep, Igwebuike to the 20 and just across. Let's send it down to Aaron Andrews.
Well, because it's Thanksgiving, I hate giving the bad news, but there is some for the Detroit Lions. Running back DeAndre Swift is going to be out for the rest of this game with a shoulder injury. So I asked head coach Dan Campbell, how does that change things for him? And he said, well, Jamal Williams, it's go time for him. Now, what he thought of his quarterback, Jared Goff, he said, I thought he did a really good job. I like the tempo. I like the way he stayed in the pocket. We protected him well, but he screamed when he talked about these penalties. He said they are absolutely crushing us. We have to clean it up.
1st and 10.
Aaron thanks
not bad, little pickup.
He gets 4 as he takes it up to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, they could be leading in this game if they weren't committing penalty after penalty.
And then they started going backwards with those penalties that Dan Campbell talked about, and
they've honestly moved the ball pretty well, but like they just keep going backwards on penalties. Back again in 2 seconds. I'm going to take a quick dab and then get back into this game.
Just didn't go anywhere.
Again, 3rd game calling plays for head coach and now play caller Dan Campbell. Williams cuts back. 3rd down and short coming up. Let's send it down to Tom Rinaldi.
Well, Joe, Matt Nagy pleased with the way his team's been able to move the ball offensively, but frustrated with not getting more out of the trips into the red zone. To echo what Aaron said, we saw Roquan Smith with that hamstring now out for the game. I asked Coach, he said Alec Ogletree's going to have to step up big for them defensively. As for the exchanges we've seen between him and Andy Dalton, he said he's calm, cool, and collected, even cracking some jokes as they talk in between offensive series. We'll see who's laughing at the end, guys.
Yeah, he's looked good on this short week, getting the start after taking over for the injured Fields last week. Here's a pass caught And nothing. Back to the line of scrimmage is Khalif Raymond. Crawford was there for Chicago. That's a 3 and out, and just nothing to loosen up this defense for Chicago downfield.
No, you're right. They got the one big play to Josh Reynolds that for the touchdown, and they just not been able to get really anything going, and hasn't been much thrown down the field either.
High snap. Fox has it, hits it. Line drive, and Grant gets to it. Jakeem Grant is wrapped up near the 43, maybe the 44 by Anthony Pittman. 13-yard return. Bears lead by 6. Have the ball. Second half underway in Detroit.
This Black Friday, Verizon is doing it better, a lot better, because right now you can get iPhone 13 Pro on us.
All right, let me mute it.
Just bring in your older damaged phone and we'll give you the phone.
All right. Commercial break. It'll be the Bears ball here. Bears ball. Lions do nothing. Have a good, hopefully you have a good dinner, Charles. First and 10 at the Lions 40, or at the Chicago 43. Great field position again for the Bears. First and 10 at their own 43. They could easily put this in like 4 plays. So like 2 plays and they're in field goal. Like two decent like 7-yard pickups and they're down the field. Stupid old Lions. SOL. SOL, right, Lions fans? Yeah, I'm making turkey right now. It's about 2.5 hours into a 4 to 5 hour cook. It said according to the back of the bag that the turkey came in or whatever. I don't know what you would call what a turkey comes in. Is that a bag or is it like a wrapper? Who knows? But it'll be the Bears' ball. Maybe the Lions can get some kind of... You having dinner, man?
Birthday in 2026. America 250.
Sheesh.
The national nonprofit designated by Congress to
Yeah, I got my turkey going pretty well. After the game, I'll show everybody the progress on the old turkey.
Earlier today, Kurt announced the winners of the first ever America 250 awards.
Maybe it
They
depends.
also were recognized by the Lions on the field
I'll
here
be
at
right back.
halftime. Please join America 250 in the NFL in congratulating this year's honorees and thanking them for their service.
Absolutely. Congratulations to all of them.
And happy Thanksgiving to them and everyone else watching. As the Bears have their first possession of the second half, Andy Dalton has thrown for 220. Bears have rushed for 12. Somebody's going to need a new T-shirt. That's Montgomery, who gets 4.
Yeah, that's a good start. It's interesting, coming into this game, the Lions had more rushing attempts against them than any defense in football, but yet the Bears have done it through the air. And Montgomery has a nice run there on first down, but in that first half, they handled him pretty well. I mean, everything that they've been able to do has been through the air. The 220 yards you spoke of from Andy Dalton.
Second down and 6. Hand off to Montgomery. First down. But a flag down.
Holding offense. Number 81. 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
I feel like, Troy, someday in the future, we're going to look back on our time together in the booth and say, hey, remember that Thanksgiving game we had in Detroit in 2021 and all those holds. Wasn't that fun?
I don't know what that says for the rest of our lives if we're looking back on this game. But J.P. Holtz is the one that got called there for the hold. He had a good grab of him, and he's a tight end, but they don't have a fullback on the roster, so when they want to run sets with it, he's the guy they use.
Well, we can dream. 2nd and 12. Pass is broken up. Mooney the target with Anzalone there for the Lions. And that brings up 3rd down and 12.
This would be a nice stop for Detroit. Chicago had gotten a little momentum going. Of course, Detroit came away with the interception that didn't allow any points, but Chicago has had some pretty good field position, and this drive was set up with excellent field position as well. So if they're able to force a punt, not give up anything, I feel pretty good about that.
Third down, Dalton pulls it down, now throws and finds Bird for 1st down. Nice job by Andy Dalton. Eyes downfield the whole time. 19-yard completion to Damiere Byrd.
It just shows you if you're going to play coverage, if you don't get to the quarterback, it doesn't really matter all that much. They go with the 3-man rush. They play zone behind it, 3rd and long, and you just can't cover up these receivers.
There is no play. There is a sub into the bench area. We give Detroit an opportunity to match up.
Much to the dismay of Matt Nagy. So the sub had happened. I think what Matt's upset about is that everybody was set, ready to go, and the officials came in and shut it down, which
is their prerogative.
It's their prerogative, and they did it, giving Detroit a chance to match. They fake it to Herbert, throw it high, but caught.
Jesus.
Nice strong grab by
Lions can't get a break.
For a 1st down.
Wow, not like that. If you're
Still early. Oh, yeah, it's still early for you guys, yeah.
With a tight split, anything in the middle of the field, you're going to have a safety.
Titans versus Pats would be a perfect Thanksgiving. Given here would be, yeah, I mean, it would be a good one, but they, they planned this all like before the season. I think Thursdays they don't really like to fuck with.
And he's got 3 this year. The other one came week 4. Against the Lions.
Just because it's weird to ask a team to go from planning to have a long weekend or a longer weekend to playing on a short week on Thursday.
They have had a hard time.
Going from Sunday afternoon to Sunday night's not that big a deal.
And they went out and they signed some guys with some speed. Of course, they already had Darnell Mooney. They brought him in, but they signed Marquise Goodwin.
Well, I'd like to see him throw the game. Shit.
Those guys can fly, and so it was a little surprising. The last couple games they've gotten some of those big plays.
All right, 3rd and 4. Maybe the Lions can get a stop this time.
Austin Bryant with the stop, no gain.
Yeah.
3rd and 5. 3rd and 6. All right.
Chicago gets great field position. Detroit does their job in getting them to 3rd and long, and then they're
with stuff. No problem, man. It's Thanksgiving. I'm surprised we got this many people watching. I appreciate it, everybody. Hopefully you're having a good turkey day so far. 23 likes. I appreciate that.
With a chance to come away with points on this drive, and the Lions just hoping that they make a stop here and limit it to a potential 3.
3rd and 6 here. Ball's at the 25 even, I would say. Lions. Oh, don't. Oh, that's holding. Come on. Come on.
This is coming back. It was right out on the edge.
You snuck a little ham. Yeah, it happens. I've been pick eating when I go out there. I got some old dwarves put out. I got, well, not put out, but I got some pickles and some goodies. I got cheese. I got all kinds of cheese balls. And
10-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
They should have. They should be mutinying. This team is weak. That'll be holding, by the way. That's very bad holding. So it'll be 3rd and 16. But yeah, there's been a lot of holding in this game. It feels like there's been 13 flags for offensive holding across both teams. Quite impressive, really.
On this staff, first-time defensive coordinator, they've not been able to get pressure. They brought 5 on that last.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, they are. Or Jay, sorry. Yeah, they are, man. But, I mean, they've been playing good defense today, which is the depressing part. Oh, 100%. No, I bought, since I don't want to share anything, so I just bought myself 2 small pieces of cheesecake. Like 2 slices of cheesecake. That's really good.
That's the way it's supposed to work when you bring the all.
What all did I make for everything? I'm gonna have mashed potatoes, the turkey gravy and shit. The turkey. I'm not doing. I don't eat a lot of sweets, and I don't really like. The only pie, like I love pie, but I'm just gonna eat cheesecake. Beans. He missed. Way short. All right. Yeah, so I just brought 2 pieces of cheesecake I bought from Tarjay. I gotta mute this, by the way. First and 10 at the Detroit 35. It's muted because it's a commercial break. Commercial break coming up. First and 10 at the 35 for the Lions. This is their shot. Yeah, that was a bad kick. I mean, if they would have been 10 yards further, he'd have gotten it. It would have been right. I mean, I think the problem with Santos is he's like good from under 45. He's very almost like at 40 yards, he's automatic almost. So, yeah, watch him lose by 1 point. Like the final of this game is going to be 14-13. 13.85 pounds. Turkey meatloaf stuffed with peppers and ribs. See, I thought about thinking about putting like fruits and like good, like a piece of onion in there, and then a piece of pepper and another bit of pepper. Like I was just gonna chop up peppers and put them in there along with some onions and have them cook inside the butthole of the turkey. But all my friends were like, "Don't do that. That might be nasty." I'm like, "No, that'll make it taste really good." So I just have this very delicious butter thing I created. I put a good amount of salt. I put some paprika in the butter thing and, something called thyme. Or team. Well, I don't know how to pronounce that word. It looks like thyme. T-Y-M-E. T-H-Y-M-E. I've seen it spelled both ways. So there, it looks really nice. I got to check on this bitch in about 10 minutes. And it's at the part where I think I got to put a foil covering over the top of it now so it doesn't fucking burn it. Thyme? Yeah, thyme, whatever, It's like a little green leafy substance, and I just chopped the shit out of it. Yeah, but they didn't... See, I tried to explain to them that gives it flavoring. Stuffed peppers are great. Lemon meringue, pumpkin pie. That sounds really good. Yeah, Jay, I wish the Lions would just take a few shots down the field, man. All right, game's coming back on. Let me see.
As we continue on from the
everyone's having some good ones. Yeah, that's what I'm making. And I've also made some cheese ball, which is a family recipe, and it's very, very good. Everyone always likes it.
Here's a toss to Williams.
Decent pickup. They just don't have a vertical offense at all.
Another part of their history, however, it's been since 2017, and Jim Caldwell is the head coach since they had a winning season. Playoff appearance 2016, division title, playoff win, last championship in 57.
Jesus
that last playoff win was against us in 1991.
2nd and 4.
Quarterbacking, and they went on and then got beat the following week to the Washington Redskins.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What'd you say?
That team in Washington, the football team, beat them and then won the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah, but before that, yeah,
part.
they beat us.
Okay.
Aikman's drinking.
But it's been a big drought for sure.
This motherfucker is drunk, dude. Listen to the cadence really quick.
Rebuilding something with Dan Campbell. They had some good players in that locker room when they took over. Starting with Matthew Stafford, Kenny Golladay, Marvin Jones. All those guys were jettisoned, and the rebuild proceeded. Down in 5 now for Goff. Pass is broken up.
The Lions have to punt it again.
Troy Artie Burns is taking his first defensive plays from scrimmage for the Bears.
Jesus
as Kendall
Christ.
Vildor's been struggling.
Yeah, I feel bad. I don't think he's drinking or drunk. I just think he's having a couple drinks. Which, whatever. Who gives a shit? It's football.
When you just run a straight line, then guys are able to make plays like that.
I personally prefer if the announcers were a little inebriated calling the games and make it more exciting. 7:15, and they're gonna punt it.
They can't cover it, so that's just a little nuance within.
Let me guess, touchback.
Oh my gosh!
How the fuck was that?
Kadarrell Hodge was spinning around.
What did Hodge do?
And Jack Fox is thinking, "What do I have to do?" It took
What?
Inside the 10.
What did 16 just do? It should have been just downed at the 2-yard line. Oh god damn, dude. Dang, I switched my pick to the Bears 20 minutes ago and no one noticed. I actually have picked the Bears because I was just joking. If you think I actually picked the Lions, I was memeing. I got into an argument yesterday, I believe, for about 30 minutes over the Lions and the Bears game. I was memeing the whole time. I'm very committed to meme culture. I've always had the Bears winning this game. It's silly to assume otherwise. I'll prove it once I sit down and completely not edit a document. Oh shit! Disregard this whole the sweaters are That undershirt's ironic. It's an ironic sweatshirt. I'm wearing it ironically, and it's very soft. So I mean, there's that too. But yeah, I've always had the Bears winning. I wouldn't have thought the Lions would win this game. Yeah, he's really good. Jake Bailey for the Patriots is really, really, really good, too. They're probably some of the best, too. I'm surprised they're not more in the vote-getting, Fox and Bailey up in New England. Bailey gets no love whatsoever for some reason. He consistently pins dudes inside the 20. Most Patriots, like the average drive when we punt it, it seems like is inside the 20. Like everything's pinned in the 20 from Bailey up in New England. I'm very confused why he isn't given more love. Who's the one that's held up? Presley, I think is his name. The guy who's got an absolute fucking cannon. I think that's the best punter, right? Presley is who people like to say it is. But yeah, I think it goes some combo of Fox, Bailey, I want to say it's Pressley is the name, and that to me says Presley. Screen pass. Yeah, the 2-yard pickup. Because the Pro Bowl vote getters came out. And
defense has hung in there pretty well for Detroit. The offense is not carrying their part of the bargain for the Lions.
No, but
oftentimes that could be deceiving. It could be like,
but that's kind of been the whole and
like Pat became one of the more popular punters in the league. He was very, very good. But there, actually, never mind. I don't have a point with that. Pat was just really good. If he'd have played like 4 or 5 more years, he'd have probably made it into the Hall of Fame. Like, he was really good at punting. He still might. Kickers get in on weird qualifications. They have a whole different, like... Do kickers even make the Hall of Fame? Do they let them in? Yeah, right. There's no way they don't, right?
2 weeks ago against
like
Pittsburgh didn't go so well on Sunday. either. And
Someone with more knowledge of the Hall of Fame has to let me know. I don't know. Do kickers actually get to go in the Hall of Fame, or do they get like a special Hall of Fame? Like they get a silver ribbon? All right, 3rd and 2. Looks like it's give the ball back to each other. 5:45 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. They're going to go with the run here. Hey, Lions with the big stop. Hey, big stop there by Detroit. They're on 3rd and short to make it a 4th down. Now the Bears will probably punt it away. If the Bears had any balls, I'd go for it. Detroit's offense is so bad, I'd just go for it right here. I don't give a shit it's at the 30. What's Detroit going to do? Score? And then if we get it, we win the game because Detroit would never recover from that play. There would just be emotionally shot after that. But if they do make the stop, they probably don't score anyway. I wouldn't care. Down to the 21.
The Lions with 5:07 left in the 3rd quarter trying to do something to excite this big crowd on a Thanksgiving game at home.
All the Lions got to do is score one more touchdown, and they can, the fans will. What happened the last time, Karam? It's commercial break right now, everybody. I had to mute it because it'll be the Lions' ball. 1st and 10 at their own 21. 1st and 10 at their own 21. The Lions will have it. 5:07 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. It is a 13-7 game. Bears holding on to a slim 6-point lead. Detroit hasn't moved the ball at all really since their first possession, so maybe something has to do here. Maybe they'll get her going here in the in the 3rd on this drive. Without DeAndre Swift, who is now out with a shoulder injury. Oh, the index card. Oh, yeah, I remember that shit. NFL refs got wild for a while. I remember that. And then Cowboys fans still try to say, like, the refs don't do everything in their power to help. Didn't that... Like, it's one of those things where Cowboys fans always say, like, man, the refs are against us. Remember when they pulled an index card out to make sure it wasn't a 1st down? Just to be really fucking shitty about it? And have never again or ever before that used that level of scrutiny to determine if it was short or not? But then there's still Cowboys fans who think the league and the refs are against them. Huh? Motherfucker, they literally brought out an index card and went, you're this short. You're paper thin away. What kind of horseshit calling is that? That close should be a 1st. Well, I mean, to be fair, that shouldn't have been called that way. I believe it fucked you guys. Wasn't it called against the Raiders? Like they brought out measured in the Raiders, almost got like a 4th down conversion or some shit. But then they brought out if I remember that right? It was a 3rd or a 4th down thing. And I believe it went against the Raiders because that's why they brought the whole fucking card thing out. Hilarious moment. Yeah, I'll never forget that. But I'll never forget that moment when they brought that motherfucking card out. I just can't remember who it got called against. I just remember it being very much in favor of the Cowboys. Wow.
And finally, something kind of downfield is the completion to Khalif Raymond. And now flags at the end. For what went on after the whistle, a 17-yard completion to Raymond.
Well, that's something positive.
Hopefully the Lions don't move backwards now.
But at least they get a little bit of a run after the catch.
I'll be right back. Gotta go work on that.
Against that zone look, and they're over there talking to each other, trying to figure out. Here we go.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 57. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Probably the right call there on Christian Jones. Getting a little bit physical after the fact, and now they're going to add, and now all of a sudden after one play, you've got the Lions at midfield.
Yeah, it's 17-yard completion. As you look at their passing by distance, really nothing beyond 10 to speak of. They get the 15-yard penalty. That was the second longest play of the game for the Lions, the longest being the 39-yard touchdown to Josh Reynolds. For the first points of the game, nothing since. Pass is caught by Hockenson. Strong catch over the middle for 8.
You know, we see Chicago there in a 2-deep look, and they've got a chance. I mean, if Goff wants to take it, try to get the ball down the middle of the field. 2 guys are getting in there. You can see these safeties here. You got him coming in and him trying to take the middle, and just, I don't know if the oblique might be, you know, we don't know. We talked about it coming in. He was questionable as to whether or not, but there just really hasn't been much down the field at all.
Here's Igwebuike setting up the Lions with a first down at the Chicago 28.
Good execution up front by the offensive line. Look, gap play there. They pull the left guard, Jonah Jackson, and he has a nice lane then to run through. There goes Jackson. He cleans up there with the seal, and there it's straight up the gut. So they got a little momentum now, and I'm surprised when you get that going. They're spending a little bit long in the huddle. When you start to get that type of momentum offensively, speed it up a little bit, start applying even more pressure on this defense.
First down, pass is behind the target, Igwebuike. So we've seen a lot of Jamal Williams now, Igwebuike, and that's because DeAndre Swift left with a shoulder injury early in the game.
And DeAndre Swift came into this game, you know, just 1 reception off the lead from Hockenson, and so he's a guy who's heavily targeted in the passing game. So yeah, you lose obviously what he's able to do running the football, but you also use a guy who's a big play threat in the backfield.
Pass out on the edge, complete, but back to the line of scrimmage is St. Brown. And Amon-Ra with no chance on that play. Saturday, there are games, and then there's this game, the game. Latest chapter in college football's ultimate rivalry. Number 2, Ohio State, taking on number 5, Michigan in the big noon Saturday game of the week. Coverage begins at 10 Eastern with a big noon kickoff live from Ann Arbor. And then it's the game Saturday on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
They got 3rd and 10. Are they going to block them up and try to get something down the field, or another quick throw?
Pass is underneath. Nice catch and a first down. St. Brown. Everything underneath, but Amon-Ra able to pick up 11 and a fresh set.
It's a really nice catch by him. Those are hard catches to make when you're running and then the ball's low, and being able to secure it and then go get the first down. They're going to dink and dunk their way right down the field one way or another.
Yeah. They're not going to be picky. They're 0-9-1.
Hey, in the words of Hank Stram, matriculated, baby.
Pass to the end zone. It's there. Touchdown Lions. Hockenson.
The Lions.
TJ Hockenson, you're going to see when he comes off the ball and then he pushes it up.
Touchdown.
When he pushes it up, it allows him then to get that separation.
Someone's dog is howling.
Some time then for Jared Goff.
All right, if they make this, they take the lead.
Wow. They take the lead.
Woo!
They had a player trying to get off the field.
Jason Kabenda is trying to get off the field. Oh, man.
So we'll see if.
12 men on the field against the offense. 5-yard penalty, replay the try.
So no lead yet for the Lions. It's still 13-13 with now a 38-yard extra point try. I guess they're just not used to scoring touchdowns.
Sorry, I had to ask one of my parents about the bird. By the way, that's why I was making sure the turkey was all good. I had to dump some of the stuff and
13 as the Lions are back on top.
Really nice job by
put a little
TJ
team float over
Hawkinson,
the top
and
of
It's
it.
kind of fun there seeing the ball get down the field a little bit. And the 2 times they've done it, they've scored touchdowns.
17 yards to Hawkinson and an early one of 39 to Josh Reynolds.
I don't know if they're going to commercial
And
here.
after all that, you brought up Hank.
You hate Hawkinson? Why? I started Hawk.
To call it a good old-fashioned taffy pull.
Are you a Bears fan, I take it, Matthew? I know. When the Lions get the ball next, I'm going to just go do something again. Be like, well, what the hell? I didn't get to watch the one good drive of the fucking their only other good drive. This is horse shit.
These kids today don't even know what taffy is.
I was going to say, not many do.
Dude, if the Lions can somehow get a turnover right now. Oh, there's only 1:46 remaining in this quarter.
And eventually we hope to get there.
If they can somehow get a turnover and score, that might actually do it for them. Who knows? Oh, no.
Gonna get looked at. So they've
Oh, great. Tom Rinaldi? Yeah, I know who Tom Rinaldi is. What happened to Tom Rinaldi?
Veteran threat that they have, they got to get him back. Trying to get their first win of the year. This one checks out.
He's got a weird-ass last name. Oh, wow, the Lions did a smart kick there. Good job.
Made the most of it.
Good job. I like when teams kick like that. That's like a deceptive-ass kick the Lions just did. Because technically, if the Bears would have somehow misplayed that and one of the Lions gunners got down there, that they can recover that ball.
They say, Glenn, John Madden wants the turducken to be the official food for the All-Madden team.
You do what?
Look, we got dressing and everything they're taking down there.
We were doing 6,000 turduckens the following year just because of John Madden.
Yeah.
It's amazing. When John Madden speaks, people listen.
Turducken. Now you're talking.
All of us at Fox and every network beyond.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. They're going to go with the run here. Yeah, nothing doing.
As Montgomery's bottled up by Aleem McNeil, no gain.
Just remember, I'm about a play or two behind if you're watching on a different way. So just so you know where I'm at.
Mr. Aikman, you and Emmett, after a win over Washington 27-17, it got turkey legs. How about that?
Yeah, turducken's awesome. It's turkey, duck, and
it is something that
chicken.
Thanksgiving and John Madden and Pat Summerall, they went together, didn't they?
Yep.
And
The turducken is the way that you know humans have completely dominated another species. Now they're going to throw it. Ah, shit, to the 35.
Did you know that today
They got to run one more play here, the Bears do, to end the quarter.
of Pat Summerall and John Madden's first broadcast together?
Wow.
Madden filled in for Tom Brookshire, had a family commitment. Minnesota defeated Tampa Bay 23-22 at Old Tampa Stadium, November 25th, 1979.
Well, I know John Madden is back in Pleasanton, California, watching this one. Normally, he's got all the games on. This is the only one on right now, so he doesn't have to decide which one he's going to have the sound of.
Yeah, they're trying to let this run down to the 4th. So this will be the last play. They'll probably just, they're going to go play action. Dalton. And he gets a small gain. Actually, decent gain. What, 2nd down and 4?
Very well end quarter number 3.
Unless I misseen where he got tackled. 2nd and 7. It was a 3-yard gain.
And it appears it will. This Fox NFL Thanksgiving special will
The turducken? Yeah, turducken is hilarious.
from your local Fox station. 1 to go in Detroit.
All right, 4th quarter coming up. Let's go to the 4th. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Bears. 2nd and 7 for the Chicago Bears coming up. It is at their own 30. It's 2nd and 7 at their own 38. So it's 2nd and 7 at the Chicago 38 for the Bears. They trail by 1. Lions have a 1-point lead, 14-13, heading into the 4th. Detroit needs to stop. Well, yeah, turducken's hilarious. One of my favorite things in the world. Only because it's like the turducken is a turkey shoved inside of a duck inside of a chicken in some variation. You can flip it around with the duck being the outside, the chicken being the outside, but it's essentially, I think the turkey is usually the outside. And then you shove a duck and a chicken in there. And you cannot think of more hilarious domination over another species than the turducken. We own the birds. That is embarrassing. No, there's nothing humble about the way we treat the birds. Humbleness wouldn't be making the turducken exist. Like, that's foul. Like, that's a mean shit that we do to that species of animal. If like birds ever gain sentience, like the crow, the first thing they're gonna ask about is what the fuck we're doing with the turducken idea there. And we're gonna be like, listen, you don't understand. It's very delicious. Then we'll give some to the crow, because that's probably gonna be the only one we can communicate with right away. The crow has entered the Stone Age, much like some of the some chimp species have. Fun fact: you learned a little bit every day, right? You didn't know that the the crows are in the Stone Age, right? Like actively using tools, not even just like accidental, like, oh, look at the apes using the rock to bash something open. But the crows like actively like seek out tools to bust open trees because they're aware the goodies are underneath the bark and they're tired of using their beaks. I'm a Pats fan, but if the Lions had Barry, Megatron, a decent quarterback. Yeah, I mean, if they would have had their 3 best players at one time. Ham? I don't really eat much ham, so I don't know. Could be. Game should be coming back on here. Oh, shit, never mind.
As we enter.
They're playing like an old 50s bebop song. I gotta wait for them to stop playing this shit.
Stafford. Jared Goff.
All right, here we go.
First win without Sean McVay as his head coach.
2nd and 7.
Dalton throws and his receiver slipped.
Hey, what's up, Jared? How you been, man?
Who was just brought up from
Hopefully quite well.
Squad, lost his footing coming out of his break.
3rd and 7 for the Bears. They're probably going to get a first down knowing the Lions. Lions going to lose? Yeah, more than likely. Hopefully not. Hopefully they can hold on and maybe get some more going. Just would suck if they give up a touchdown because that might be too much for them to overcome. A field goal they could probably do and win by 1, but a whole touchdown might be too much. 3rd and 7 here. Lions need to stop. Can they get one?
That's been debunked since they trailed by 1. Montgomery's got a first down plus out of bounds.
Good play by the Bears there on 3rd to take what they got in front of them.
I like that. Looked a little bit like Patrick Mahomes right there.
Andy Mahomes?
Andy Dalton when he gets outside and
Patrick Dalton?
He's just running a swing route and it turns into
that's kind of offensive to compare Andy to that overrated showboat artist. I'd prefer Dalton over Mahomes, but I guess I'm just built different. Give Dalton all those weapons, he probably loses in the first round of the playoffs.
First down, brought down by Reeves-Maybin.
Get the joke?
Gain of 3.
Because the Bengals always have a shitload of wide receiver weapons.
Detroit, especially, not having one, but
you know.
With the 5-game losing streak that they're
Dalton was loaded when he was in Cincinnati with weapons. That's why they won all the goddamn time. They had like 3 number 1 caliber receivers at like slot receiver, basically. It was wild how good they were. Or at least how stacked they were at the receiver. Here's the Bears. I'd like the Lions to win.
6th time the Bears have been inside Lions territory.
Hey! Big sack by the Lions. If the Bills get upset by the Saints, the Patriots are going to destroy them. Like that might be a blowout type of like bad game for the Bills. They might get like made to look silly if the Saints can beat them with what the hell they have about with what the hell the Saints. Is Ramczyk playing in that? Do they know yet? Does anyone have an update on the Saints left tackle? 3rd and 14 here for the Bears. 3rd and super long here. Can the Lions get a stop? Oh, almost another sack. Oh, no. No. Get him. Woo! All right. Christian, it's very nice to be a Patriots fan. I believe you're a Patriots fan, correct? Dun, 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 dun. I'm just going to lie to everybody and say the 24 jerseys for Ty Law.
Threw the ball, back to the open spots to where he can find a receiver. That's what he's hoping for, and he doesn't get it.
That's actually not Gilmore because he's no longer on the pit. It's just the Ty Law jersey, and I don't have to prove it to anybody.
Over the head of Raymond and checks up inside the 10 will be
I was starting to go forward. It'll be down at about the 10 or 9.
By Ryan Null.
William? Really?
Punt.
Are they both
They'll
named
mark it
William?
at the 10. That's where the Lions will have it.
First and 10 at the 10 for the Lions. Lions need a nice long drive. Do you know it's William Belichick? Do you know what's funny? My name was almost William. My middle name is William. My mom wanted to name me William Robert, but my dad threw a shit fit and they went with Rob Williams. Because my dad was like, listen, we're not going to let this kid be named Billy Bob. Just on the off chance that this fucking kid gets a nickname, it's going to be Billy Bob. And but they both really liked the name William Robert because I'm named after a couple people. But then they decided to make it much shorter as a first name, only 3 letters. But then I got, my middle name is William, though. Do you know Trevor Lawrence's first name is William as well? It's William Trevor Lawrence, I believe. I have the Cowboys. You're a Browns fan, but a huge Mac Jones fan. I have multiple cards. Oh, nice. Hell yeah, Christian. That's pretty awesome. Yep. Well, that's not my last name. That's my middle name, so. Yeah, my legal name is Rob. Everyone's like, it's Robert? No, it's just Rob. They gave me a weird short first name for some reason. I think it was to avoid nicknames because my name's already a nickname. You know what I mean? Because a nickname is supposed to make your name shorter, and my dad wanted to avoid giving me the nickname because then his friend was like, oh, it's going to be Bobby Bill when they came up with Robert William. They're like, we'll just flip it around and call him Bobby Bill then. And my dad was like, oh, the fuck you will. Watch it. It's Rob William. And he's like, you really gave your son a nickname as a first name? Yup. Hilarious to avoid me being given a redneck nickname. My dad did all that. I appreciate the effort he went through. Yeah, my dad named me after his favorite his favorite people.
Sports and NFL apps. Today's game is sponsored by Ford.
She really likes the name William. Yeah, my dad named all of his kids after people, but my mom was like, I just really like the way that the name sounded. I appreciate the way my mom picked names more than my dad.
430 win over the Bears. Adrian Peterson had 2 rushing touchdowns. Matthew Stafford threw for 400.
I'm a little upset my first name wasn't William, though, because I'd be going by Willie. Oh, you already know it. I'd be like, I'm Big Willie. And everyone would be like, what a fucking piece of shit to use that double entendre nickname. Yeah, it would. Oh, first down Lions. There we go.
Just not a very good job here by Chicago. Another short throw, but then
hey, that's all you got to do, Detroit. Just chunk it the fuck down the field. Literally, all they have to do is just nickel and dime this and just get enough every so often to keep the clock moving, keep the chains moving. They could don't fucking turn it over if you're the Lions. That's literally all they got to do. Is just play smart football. First and 10 to the 25. You got the Raiders? Yeah, I understand, Jared. Yeah. Mac Jones cards are. There we go, Williams. Hey, all the way to the 45.
Finds a huge hole right up the middle. And a nice carry of 19 yards.
I'll be right back because it's better if I leave the room for the Lions drive.
Detroit Lions offensive front. You're going to see the movement that they're able to get. And the hole that then is created. Right here, that double team on Blackson, that's just really good stuff. Penei Sewell, who's been nursing a little bit of a shoulder injury, that's good work by him. I like Sewell of what I've seen of him. He started out at left tackle. He had to move to right tackle. He's going to be their tackle for the next 12 years.
Here's Jamal Williams on first down, getting 3. Last week, Nate from Nebraska won $100,000 playing Fox Super 6, and you have another chance to win this Sunday. You scan the QR code now and enter Fox Super 6's NFL Sunday Challenge for your free chance at $100,000. Jamar Jefferson comes in as Jamal Williams catches his breath on the sideline. And now everybody's pointing at each other. Decker is pointing at Trevis Gibson.
False start, offense. Number 63, 5-yard penalty, still third down.
That is the 4th false start call against the Lions here, and it was definitely against Detroit. Their 4th false start here at home.
Well, we'll see what they're able to do with the rest of this drive, but you know, they get it to second and
12.
7, and they're rolling. They got some momentum. This drive started on the
Nate won $100,000. Nathan, is that you?
Backs them up, and can they overcome it?
Did you win $100,000 at Terry's Money last week? One of the very few winners. Ooh. I think that's the first time I ever heard him announce a winner of that sweepstakes they do every week. I've never heard somebody win that shit before.
Here on 2nd and long.
He's offsides. Hike it. You have a free play. Surprising that wasn't called. Was that not offsides? Wow. So their players are allowed to. Where the hell was his?
Holding, offense.
Jesus Christ.
10-yard penalty.
Yeah, TJ had a touchdown earlier.
That's the 9th penalty called on the Lions offense in the game, and the 8th accepted penalty as they get the rookie Kramer his 2nd of the game.
2nd down and 22 now.
Drive we saw in the first half.
Well, this is how you go winless in 14 straight games.
Yeah, you don't say.
They get the lead.
At least run this fucking clock down to 0 for the play clock. Don't snap this for another 5 seconds. Please don't. They're going to snap it before they should. Yeah, they did. That's all right. About 2 seconds earlier than they should have.
Another penalty. Another penalty flag.
Fuck, dude. Wow, is that holding?
The indication it's another hold.
Dude, they're. That guy got 30 out of 30 to win $100,000. Most I get is like 18 to 20. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, and the crowd is not keeping with the.
I mean, he deserves it if you get all those right. Well, 2nd and fucking 32 now.
That's another good call. Is Bilal Nichols.
Pats Cardinals. I'm hoping so. Then we fucking crush the dreams of the Cardinals even more.
Now I think needs to be smart with
run the clock. Do not hike. Dude, they're going to hike this way too early. Why aren't they killing the clock right now? Ah, that was almost. Like that. This should be under 9 minutes right now on the clock.
Not a bad idea. The safety's pretty wide, though. This is that 2-deep shell look, and there's a hole right in.
Should have threw it right there. He threw it too late.
You've just got to get it in there before the but you see how wide he is. That's
I'll tell you when he should have threw that ball. Ready? Run it. Right now. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. He's late.
You got him right here. And so that would have been a nice.
If you're watching the replay, it should have been within the second he's passing that guy. Or even before that, you should read how that play's going, and you should hit him in between. Like, the ball should be out as he's passing that guy, and he should be looking up to the ball hitting there. So that's on Goff, that play.
Because of penalties, that's what we have.
Threw it about a second late, and that's all the difference.
And it's 4th down.
Yeah, that looked
Well,
like
Lions going to have to punt it here, 4th and 25. At least they kept the clock moving here. So right around 8:30. All right. Way more than enough time.
Now the Bears, not only with the penalties, but they could get pretty good field position.
Pretty much assassin, yep. And shit like that, you got to be able to read that. Like, you got to be able to see that clean. I just seen that. You got to, like, you could, if you don't know when to throw it immediately in that play, even without the hindsight of knowing, a good job by the Detroit special teams finally. 8:30 remains in the fourth. 8:30 remains here in the game. 1 point game. 14-13 Bears have the lead. 14-13 Bears have the lead. It is 1st and 10 at the Chicago 21. 1st and 10 at their own 21 for the Bears. Lions lead at 14-13 with 8:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Yeah, we'll see what the Bears do. Lions need to make one final big play on defense. Hold on a sec. Still commercial. Oh, shit. Still commercial break. That Super Bowl, he had 2 balls late that would have beat us. Yep. Yeah. I mean, you can watch Goff read late. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, dude, you got to see the play happen before it happens sometimes. Like, he threw it as the guy was passing him because he's seen that he was going to be open. But it's like, you got to see that before he gets that past that guy, and you see he's going to get over. You got to know that he's open. You got to see that that defender's head is looking in, cut like this, kind of like not here, but here. And you also got to see that that fucking safety is going to get there about a second late. So you have about 1 second to throw it. And it's right when you would have noticed that. Simple shit. And that's the tragedy of Jared Goff is like he like sees it, but it's like a second too late. Because it's like that's all that was a second too late. And that's the bummer.
Gals have been working so hard.
Especially if you're a Lions fan, really hoping for him to be rooting for the guy. Like, because I don't want him to be terrible, you know. But
our producer Richie Science, Rich Gross, Jake Jolivet, Chevy.
1st and 10 for the Bears. 8:30 at their own 21. 1st and 10 at the Chicago 21 for the Bears. Detroit needs a big drive. They need to stop. Can they get it?
Hannah and Sean in the background. I think I got everybody.
We'll see.
Here's a handoff on a direct snap to Montgomery. That is one of the most stretchable T-shirts I've ever seen in my life. A gain of 4. As Montgomery, who missed 4 games.
It's not really a T-shirt. It's more of a jersey, but all right, Troy.
Against Detroit.
It's not a shirt. It's a jersey.
4-yard carry.
Well, now the pressure starts to mount.
Lions win the Super Bowl 2027. You heard it here first.
Well, you can't show the second one.
Yeah, it's like you have to just kind of feel it sometimes. You know what I mean, Assassin? And some guys just don't have that good feel. Like Brady's got, like, Eli had it for some reason in the playoffs only. I don't understand that shit.
Again, and that is for Andy Dalton. He believes he's still a starter in this league. He's shown really good stuff during this Thanksgiving Day start. Short week, 3rd start of the year. Back end of a 1-year deal with the Chicago Bears. So an opportunity for him to
Did Troy just call him Randy Dalton? We all heard that correctly, right? Because at first I was confused. I was like, who the fuck is Randy Dalton? Like, does Andy got like a brother that I've never heard of before?
If Dalton and the Bears are going to do so, Joe, they're going to have to do so without a key contributor.
Or did he say like there's Andy Dalton and just kind of like rolled the R over too hard?
So they're without Allen Robinson. He's inactive, missing his 2nd straight game with a hamstring, and now Goodwin's out.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Mahomes can be a second late because he can whip it about 800 miles. Stafford could be a little late. Rodgers can be a little late. Some guys can afford the little late. Goff can't. He doesn't have that. Yeah, great point, Mike. Good job, Detroit. 3rd and 5. 6:33 remaining in the game.
Yeah, real good protection once again, and just drives on it really well. Tracy Walker does.
If the Lions can get a pick 6, that'd be some crazy shit, but I doubt it. They don't really have, that going on for them. They're not built like that. 3rd and 5. They're going to bring some pressure, unless this is a facade blitz. No, it was kind of a drop back thing. Yeah. They just couldn't get him.
It's a first down for the moment to Bird.
Don't know how that wasn't holding, but hey, everything the Lions do is holding, but nothing the Bears do is holding.
To be on Detroit. They got the first down anyway. You see the way that Chicago's reacting.
The number of holding calls called in this game is very suspicious, I have to say, but it is what it is. I mean, if the Lions players are getting called for, holds left and right, why the fuck was that play not called for a hold? Jesus.
There's a job. Andy Dalton just keeping that thing alive.
Well, he also usually has Drew Brees on Thanksgiving games. Or at least, he doesn't have his missing quarterback, a missing left tackle, a missing starting running back, a missing wide receiver. That's the starter.
13-yard completion to Demir Bird. Dalton.
Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Can't connect.
Lions are going to give up a touchdown here. Shit defense.
That look on Andy Dalton, it is when you watch, even with Justin Fields and with Andy Dalton, when you go back and you watch this offense.
Poor Lions.
They just too many times miss the plays when they're there. When the plays are there, those are the ones you have to make.
Poor Lions.
Because when they're contested, they become hard enough. But the Bears have missed too many of the easy layups.
Ball into Lions territory to the 41. Or to the 39, rather. 38, rather. About 38, yeah. Detroit 38. Go the Bears.
Run on that left side. Big Jason Peters. He's able to open things up a little bit. And there goes Montgomery. He's had a nice year also running the football. I know in years past, and it's been tough on him. There has not been just a lot of movement. I do think this is the
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Line that they've had in Chicago since Matt Nagy has been the head coach. And Montgomery, now in his 3rd year, is finally seeing some lanes where he can run the ball.
3 tight end formation for Chicago, and that didn't work. Montgomery is going to lose one. Nice play made by Derek Barnes, a rookie from Purdue.
Yeah, it's a great job by Barnes. Now, Chicago, they had 3 tight ends there. They got 2 tight ends to that right side. They tried running in behind it, and they're just going to get behind this offensive front, try to get some movement. But Barnes is the one guy. If he's not able, if Barnes doesn't make that play, it turns into a nice game.
Yeah, clock's a ticking. Lions are going to not really have much time left to do anything. 2nd and 11.
Second down and 11. Pass is caught. Komet.
Yeah, they're just going to walk down and score here pretty easily. Well, that's Lions going to wind up losing by 2 on Thanksgiving.
This is a gimme. Cole Komet, uncontested off the line of scrimmage. And then Barnes, who made the last play, he's expected to continue up the seam, and so all he does is just turn around and put the ball right on him.
And for Andy Dalton, his 30th career game in the NFL with over 300 yards passing as he's making his 149th start.
Well, you saw Matt Nagy come up and pat him on the back, and like I said, this is the time of the game. 4:20 to play, and you're down 1 point, and here you are in field goal range. You obviously want a lot more, but I would imagine there's a little anxiousness going on within Matt Nagy right now, seeing if maybe they can't close this out. Like I said, after failing to do so the last 2 games when they had chances to win.
Drive started at their own 21 with 8.5 minutes to go. First down at the 27 of Detroit. Dalton is going to dive and be a half yard short of another first down. And the clock continues to wind with 3:45 left. Lions injury news. Here's Aaron Andrews.
Yeah, right there for the linebacker situation. We saw Derek Barnes having to be taken off the field. I think they're going to examine him, you guys, for a head injury. And Jalen Reeves-Maybin is questionable to return with a shoulder injury. So banged up right there at that position.
That was friendly fire. It looked like Tracy Walker, the safety, came in as the one who going to hit him helmet to helmet.
11th play of this drive. They've run it 5 times and thrown it 5 times. And now they've run it 6 times, and Montgomery spins. Looks to be enough for a first down. Well, one side of the chain gang moves down the field. The other side stays put. And they're going to give a first down to Montgomery.
Well, now Detroit having to start considering the clock. And when does Dan Campbell start using timeouts?
First down at the 17. Montgomery cuts back and runs into a wall. And that wall has a name, Aleem McNeil, no gain. Well, the Lions have been in a lot of these games like this, and they have lost 4 one-score games this season, plus the tie in Pittsburgh.
I just thought that Dan Campbell making a good play there on first down. I thought he would have burned a timeout. He let it run all the way down to the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left in Detroit. Chicago in field goal range, trying to snap a 5-game losing streak.
Horrible use of the clock. Oh my God! Call timeout. Well. For some reason, the Lions decided not to stop the clock there. It's the 2-minute warning. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the Detroit 17 for the Bears. 2nd down and 10 at the Detroit 17. The 2-minute warning. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Lions need almost something short of a miracle here to not give up a score. They need a turnover on 2nd or 3rd down and pray they miss. One-score games, yeah, they're 0-4-1 in any kind of one-score game. Not when they're up by 1. It's just when it's a one-score type situation. The Lions are 0-4-1. Yep, that's a rough reality to why a team hasn't won a game. Because that means they could be easily 5 and what? Let's see, they've played. They played 10, so they could be 5-5 right now. If things were just a little different for them. Really puts it into perspective if it does, you know. But it looks like they're about to falter here. I don't know, unless they can get a big stop. But it is a commercial break. I will mute the game as soon as it pops back on. I wonder what's going to happen. But it looks like Detroit might take this down. Looks like Detroit's going to lose a heartbreaker late. Unless their defense could make an unreal stop or their offense scores quick. I don't know. One or the other.
From our little booth family that's not so little, I'm Joe Buck with the Hall of Famer Allie Aikman.
Essentially, if the Bears just want to run it twice and assume that the Lions won't be able to do anything on defense, they'd probably be pretty safe in doing that.
Smartest man in America, Ed Svita with his Villanova hat, and got the big
offense is bad.
David Molden.
He was my right-hand man in golf, got me through that, and now working with us here.
I would imagine here it's 2 runs by the Bears.
Second down and 10, 2 minutes left. Lions going to have to burn some timeouts now as Montgomery got maybe 1 timeout. Lions.
All right, 3rd and 9.
Came up and make the stop. It will be 3rd down. In the history of Fox Sports, 4 people have worked every.
If you're the Bears, you got to just trust your defense on this one today. You probably kicked it. You run it because you don't want to turn this over.
Studio analyst Terry Bradshaw, editorial consultant John Zarneski, video editor is Tim Cunahan, and our camera operator, the Hall of Famer Don Cornelli. There's Don. 3rd down for Chicago. 3rd down.
Let's see what happens.
Trailing by 1.
Well, Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator for the Lions, he has not brought.
Can they make the stop?
He has a few times. Will he try here to force Dalton's hand? And what about Andy Dalton? Is they going to try to pick this up, maybe get it into the end zone, or play it a little bit closer to the vest? Andy Dalton has to know that he's got 3 points in his pocket, or at least an attempt. So I can't imagine him risking the football.
Oh boy.
Good save, quick throw.
Short throw.
Montgomery, and now they shut that play down before it was started. There's Aaron Glenn, who is going to ask for a timeout. I don't know if he's wondering if there are too many men out there.
I think he's trying to signal to the defense, and they did not get aligned.
Detroit had to burn a timeout.
What he might be referring to, but a little confusion. Well, here you got Anzalone, and he's trying to communicate what was communicated to him, and they're having a hard time down here getting situated.
But that's back-to-back timeouts.
That's not good for the Lions there.
Detroit, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down. Detroit will be charged with their 2nd timeout.
Boy, that is just as bad as it can get. It's
what?
A 5-yard penalty, Troy, for back-to-back timeouts.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Lions are going to lose this game, dude, because they just made a dumb fuck mistake, and they have 1 timeout. Wow.
Oh, God. That you cannot call back-to-back timeouts. And the referees are told to ignore the second request. But if they do acknowledge, then it becomes a 5-yard penalty on the team that called the 2nd consecutive timeout.
Hard not to acknowledge the way that Aaron Glenn was reacting.
Detroit really just blew this shit. What a classic collapse.
So 3rd down and 4 now.
They're going to throw and probably get the... Yeah, they got it.
Is caught for the 1st down. And now 1 timeout remains for Detroit.
And they have to burn it.
Goal for Chicago, and that was a killer penalty a moment ago. Well, killer, and now they...
Yeah, I mean, Chicago here can just run, like, kneel it and then kick the field goal and win.
Kick the field goal, or whatever they decide to do. If that's what they decide to do.
Bad coaching here at the
just
end.
Win it with a field goal.
Matt Nagy at the end of a 3-day stretch where he's had to answer questions about job security. With the report out there that he was going to be fired after this game. He and Andy Dalton, now they're going to get...
Oh, that's got to be a fucking flag.
Timeout. Unbelievable. The Lions just had to call another timeout because they were trying to get a player off the field.
That's right.
There was no play before the snap. Timeout. Chicago, they're first. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Oh, Chicago used the timeout.
Well, that was a break because Dan Campbell was next to the official trying to call a timeout.
Well, we're behind the Detroit sidelines, and Dan Campbell was definitely calling for a timeout.
I mean, that is a reprieve on that last timeout.
Dog, this is the weirdest fucking ending to a game I've ever watched. Like, it's just so fucking stupid.
Watch
the Bears just like fuck this all up too. Like, it just give Detroit the win.
Coaches are trying to call timeouts.
Yeah, it's a moot point for Detroit, whether he gets it or doesn't get it.
All right.
You know, you saw.
Well, Detroit gets a break on that one, so
lining it up for the field goal is what
they should just let that one just. Jesus.
So 2 timeouts.
Count that there's 11.
1 for Detroit. As Dalton just
kind of kneels it.
You know, and the one thing about it though, Joe, is you know, you got to trust, and I would do exactly what Matt Nagy's doing. You know, you got to trust the players to do their job.
You just kick it. I mean, this is the easiest. I'd run out and kneel it again.
But we've all seen it. These are anything but gimmies.
Kneel it again, Andy.
Detroit is officially out of timeouts.
We can take this shit all the way down to about 20 seconds. It froze up. What the fuck? I don't know what just happened with that. That was weird.
And this drive's been impressive for Chicago. With
Anyway,
a chance
that was
to go
weird.
Down, get the win. This will be the 16th play of this drive.
Bears kicking became a meme to kicking. Maybe. I don't know, man. Hoping that they miss a chip shot it's pretty bad.
Drive started with 8.5 minutes to go.
I hope so too, Tarter. Just the hilarity of missing at this point would be just great.
Down to 3 seconds. You know, they'll have to snap it one more time, but they'll run it down to about 3 seconds and use the timeout, and then that will.
Man, you only have to hope a miss, but like the odds are not very good for the Lions. It's like a 5-yard field goal right here. Just fucking swamps right. No, this will take it, like he said, down to about. They could take this right down to 3 seconds, and then just kick it right in. This is a no-nothing easy kind of call. God dang, poor Lions, man. They're gonna lose by 2.
Whether it's this week or at some point,
dang.
They make a coaching change and they go, well, hey, we want to see Justin Fields develop. Well, you just watched Andy Dalton put up a 300-yard game.
Yeah.
Nagy,
Poor Detroit, man.
I want wins.
Right. It's always hard when you've got a rookie quarterback and yet the head coach is in the proverbial hot seat when you go into a season. And how do you handle that?
But it's like a 5-yard field goal, dude. If your heart's pumping fast, the Lions lost, just so you know. I mean, well, dude, it's a 5-yard field goal. I mean, Santos is hilarious, but, like, I mean, they are within – I don't even think this is 20 yards. Let me see. What's the official distance of this bitch? Yeah, I mean, obviously. You just got banned from the channel, by the way, Tarter. That's twice in one game. Just so you know. Any final words? I mean, you're banned. You just got yourself rebanned, so.
Good snap, good hold, good kick, goodbye.
I was going to say 28. He should have made that.
Bears win it, and the 5-game losing streak is over for Chicago and Matt Nagy.
Poor Lions. Weird. Poor Lions. Yeah, I think a lot of people were hoping they'd miss it, but the odds weren't very good. It was like a 2-yard field goal. Oh, yeah. See you later, Tartar Sauce. You're banned. There's something I want to look at really. What's going on with this? What's up, C4? Sorry about that, man. I don't know if you're still there. Yeah. For some reason, my restream all fucking disconnected on me today. Yeah, I don't know what happened, dude. Fucking bullshit ass restream today. I don't even know how it disconnected. It just auto signed out. Oh no, it's back in now, I guess, somehow. That's really annoying. Yeah. See, now if you were to see now, watch now it's probably got. Let me see. Yo. Yeah, now it's working. Yeah, that game stunk. Yeah, Lions are. That was bad fighting. That was poor Lions kind of game. But they kind of did it to themselves this game. The Lions did. They got your sack for betting? Hell yeah, man. I'm annoyed because I didn't get to see your chats the whole time. I'll be live for the PM game later on too, so I'm gonna do not the one that's coming up soon. I'm gonna take I'm gonna eat between the games. If the Lions go 16-1, the fans are gonna they don't it's not it's not Campbell. They're very highly confident in Campbell himself. They seem to quite like the guy. Yep, bad offensive line penalties today. Very liberally called. You should show for the night game. Yeah, I'll make sure everything's working. That's kind of annoying that did that today, man. I'm sorry, C4. And anyone over on Twitch that might have watched. See, I always know that kind of shit happens, and there could have been people watching, and I have no idea. Was there people with you over there, C4? Or was it just you? Just me ignoring you the whole time, and I feel bad, dude. As high as 5. That's pretty fucking good for my Twitch. That's pretty goddamn good for my Twitch. My dead-ass Twitch channel. If that's ever happening, C4, just pop over to YouTube. It's the same name. And say something. And I'll come and make sure it's working. If I'm ever ignoring, because I shouldn't be ignoring chats, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think Lynn should be calling plays for the Lions going forward. Yeah, if I'm ever just not replying, just come over to YouTube and say something. Be like, hey, dude, I don't think your restream's working. Because it should say restream bot, and you should be seeing YouTube. That probably was a little confusing. Lions, gonna win? Yeah, I know, Jay. Bro, the Lions can't buy a win. Yeah, it's bad, Matthew. You almost feel for the Lions at this point. Yeah, Twitch is just dead for whatever reason. Yeah, Campbell's probably going to cry because, I mean, this one's on him today. Like, this one, he can't really, you can't. That's bad coaching at some point. Yeah, I'm done picking the Lions. That pissed me off. I knew I shouldn't have picked these losers today. But I thought, hey, they were close, though. We were almost close to a great upset pick. But that kind of means the league's probably going to be very correct this week. I don't see a lot of underdogs pulling it off. This feels like it's going to be one of them brutal reality type of weeks around the league where the bad teams have been kind of getting lucky and getting upset wins. Man, that's crazy. Poor Lions. Poor Lions. Pour me a drink, right? Yeah, they almost had it. It's like that one commercial with the old man with the fishing line. He's like, oh, you got to be quicker than that. Monty TD. Yeah. Yeah, I have Cowboys and Bills as well. So I'm going 0-3 probably, just because it's Thursday. Poor Lions, but at least you know your Patriots doing legit shit. Yeah, I'm not too worried about, I mean, it sucks that the Lions aren't any good, but when you completely dump a coach and a regime, like a whole regime change, there's going to be like a bad year. I just didn't think it was going to be like you're going to lose every single game bad. Like that's exceptionally bad, so. I'll probably stay live for like another 3 minutes or so, because then I got to go work on my turkey a little more. Get another basting round in. You're on Cowboys Bills? Oh, you're on Cowboys and Bills? I hope they both win too. Does anybody need a link for that game, by the way? I don't think it starts for a while. But here, I'll drop this for you guys. Yeah, New Orleans is in trouble. Like, and I've been trying to explain to people. Good looks though. Yeah. Is this one on Prime? I know one of them was like, some of these games were supposed to be on Prime. Which one was on Prime? Prime Video, or the fuck? How do I get to video? I hate not being able to find Prime Video. It's so confusing to me. Nope, not yet. Is that only tonight's game is on Prime? How's that work? Yeah? Yeah, Johnny, they are. It's rough. I feel bad for him. Yeah, I think so, but I think there's also Samuel. Let me look it up. Raiders versus Cowboys. I'd imagine this is in doubt. No? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, it's on CBS. Okay, so yeah, there's no way that fucking one's on Twitch. Let me check. Bills versus Saints. It's probably the Bills and Saints tonight. I would imagine that's on. How? There we go. Thursday night, NFL Network. I would imagine that means it's on Amazon Prime tonight. There's no Amazon games tonight? Is it just NFL Network? Nope, they can't show Thanksgiving Day games. You're right. Usually Thursday would be their they didn't get the rights. I don't think they wanted to I don't think you want to go against the big daddies of the CBS, Fox, and I believe NFL Network. Ooh, they got fucking stiff-armed. Oh, there's some changes to the game, to the stream for tomorrow. Let's see. No, just kidding. About the same. Because tomorrow we're going to play GTA, and I think we're going to do a big hunting thing. We're going to make a lot of money going hunting, so that'll be pretty fun. Dallas versus New Orleans. I know, that sucks. That game is no fun. It's like, ugh. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's really the matchup? That's what we get? Yeesh. All right, though. I think I'm going to start to wrap it up, guys. Thanks for spending this first part of Thanksgiving with me. We'll be live for the PM game. Obviously, the VOD's already up. I appreciate everyone coming by. Thank you for all the likes today. I very much appreciate that as well. Yeah, it's not a very good game. It sucks that they can't flex those because those are like specially put together. You know what I mean? Yeah, you guys have a good rest of your day. Hopefully you have a good meal if you haven't ate yet. If you already ate, hopefully you have a good dessert run. Thank you, by the way, for all 30 likes. I very much appreciate it. It's very kind, very, very kind. What else? Thank you, guys. We're getting very close to 7,000. But yeah, all right. I will see you guys in a bit. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys tonight. If not, I'll see you a little bit later on. Or tomorrow or something. I know, Ven. We could talk more about the flex game later on. But all right, guys, peace out. Someone's calling me too, so I got to take off. All right, peace out, guys. Have a good rest of your Thanksgiving.